Bottles knocking models. I want a bumper beat that goes hard.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. That was the weirdest cough, man. That was the weirdest clear in my throat. I'm mid eating a Pop-Tart because I haven't had like anything to eat basically today. So I'm just trying to see if I can satisfy my tummy so I can be good for the next 2 hours. We'll see how it goes. How y'all doing though? Welcome back. We got ourselves more 5v5 1v1 duels for the evening today, boys. Let me get the audio and all that stuff set up. I think that's good. All right. How y'all doing though? We got class changes or tuning this week over on the live realms from last week, from this Tuesday. That's gonna be really fun. Some major nerfs, bunch of buffs left and right. Actually, just a lot of buffs all across the board. And I started to take a look at some of those 20th anniversary big class revamps they're doing. Dude, hunters are eating good. I don't know who the dev is for the hunters. We need that guy to take a look at rogues, man. Hunters eating good. Holy dude, they're cooking. Oh my god, man, it is a meal. It is a feast. They're prepping. Got 5. Beautiful. Let's go. Hell yeah. Alrighty. I want to see if Krager is around. He hasn't messaged me or anything, but hopefully he'll be around for the day. Hop it on to you, boys. Hey man, can I join in? Bad mate. I'm welcome to, man. Well, welcome to. We have the group sister over on the Molten Core in just a second. Blush already got a 5-man ready. We'll try to get a second one going here real quickly. And we should be good to go for games, man. I'm kind of not feeling that song, not gonna lie. Is it like this one? It's alright. It's alright. More rogue. We can get a bunch of rogues today if we want to, guys. I just want to have the PTR on my BNet. It'd be tragic. I just don't have the PTR on my BNet. Are you looking at the right PTR? Hold on. Because look, like it's for me it says patch. I don't know if you can see it on stream actually. Hold on, let me move it so my big old head ain't getting in the way. But look, so this is my BNet, right? There's all my stuff. There's still classic beta, which the servers are online for that for now. But I go to the 11.0 and it says 11.05. That's the only way I can tell them apart. So 11.02 is 11.02, and then 11.0 is 11.05. If you look there, you'll be good. Or to get a messages indeed. Let me get my UI set up here real quick. Sounds good. Sounds good. We forming up now. Hell yeah. Thank you Plush for joining and making a second group, man. Or first group, I guess, because I'm the one late to the party, aren't I? Alrighty. We got ourselves second group. If you guys want to join in for 5v5 1v1 DUELS, second group up and running and ready to go, boys. Want to double check on my macros and stuff, actually? While I'm at it, because I do have some macros for like FPS adjustment. I need to set it to 144. Here we go. Because every time I keep popping out, it's like background, foreground, FPS stuff. It's like... it's hard to explain it. Hey, we got Tova. Let's go. So we need 3 more. And this group is set and ready. Downloaded them. Yeah. Well, I just have all my PTRs on because they all share the same data. So it's not really that much memory up unless you don't have like any space on your disk or whatever. But if you have them share your data, they're all very tiny in terms of the actual file sizes. Because data is majority of it and it just helps save up space. I just keep them up all the time. And we need one of us. One more. We got a spot. Who wants in? One spot ready. Who wants in? Because Plush is ready. We got Tama. Tama, do you mind if I make you lead? Unless like somebody that does these groups all the time. All you gotta do is be pretty. Let me know if you got 5 men ready to go. And that's it. And I do the whole join a group, getting groups together. I'm gonna try to see if I can get somebody. Perfect. Cobra is gonna lead. You don't have to worry about it. Just be pretty, have fun, and game. That's all you gotta do. That works out perfectly. Cobra, my man, my man Cobra in here, dude. We also listed how to join groups. Here we go. Oh, we had a group there that tried to join in. I was gonna get you guys, but like, we maxed. So I appreciate ya. Alrighty, so we're ready. We ready. Other group is ready. Krager, yo. Привет, готовы? У нас 3 команды. Hold on a second. Russian keyboard. У нас 3 команды. У нас 3 команды. Here we go. 65? No. I am spectator. I am a bonus. I am a waste of space. Like, look at with me, it's -1, and that's our group sizes. Haha. Okay, у нас 3 команды. How do I say a coin flip? Как его? Coin flip in Russian. Coin flip in Russian. What the hell is this? That's not a coin flip. I'm just trying to say, like, I'm gonna coin flip. Cobra, please, can you do me a solid? Hopefully you have Krager on reality. I'm gonna flip a coin to see whose team goes first, whose team goes last. I don't know how to say coin flip in Russian at all. Could you explain to Krager I'm gonna flip a coin? It's either gonna be, because Plush already had a team ready, I'm definitely gonna have him go in. It's either gonna be this team or Krager's team first, right? If you could do that, бросить монетку, Is that the actual word for it, for coin flip? It doesn't roll off the tongue. But heads or tails is all I'm doing, right? I just need to like, I just need to figure out whose group is going first. But I'm gonna get a bunch of these games going, right? So if you could explain to Krager what the hell I'm doing on my end, that'd be great. Because I don't have the language to do that. No, I need coin flip. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, so we'll do a coin flip to figure out who's going first, who's going last. Because Blush is going. I'll say Krager is heads and Team Cobra is tails. Flip. Krager is heads. As I said, Krager is heads. Krager goes first. Okay, твоя команда, твоя команда, дуэль, сейчас. Okay, I'm gonna tell him though his team is doing. Okay, due to a coin flip, and us having 3 teams, I can only do 2 at a time. Krager versus Plush team first, then this team versus whoever wins that one. Okay, hang tight, boys. We game in a bit. Alrighty, Cobra, you have to do my very best, my guy. Alrighty, Cobra lead for now. Cobra is lead for now. Alrighty, spectator, Krager, Plush, and we'll do it like this. Literally, whoever wins this first one is going to be facing Team Cobra. Cobra! Also, write to me on BNet really quick, just so I can have your name on my screen. It just makes it that much easier for me to get these games going. Trust. Может быть, делаем 2 команды и будем менять людей в составе? Hold on. Может быть, сделаем 2 команды и будем менять людей? Should we make 2 teams? We should. Oh man, how do I explain it to him? Cobra, can you also do this solid for me? Could you tell Krager, yes, we should just have down to 2 teams, but like as the night goes on, less and less people are going to join in, and then we'll have just enough people for 2 teams to be able to swap in regularly. Right, we got 3 teams. I'm just going to rotate them. My god, dude, my Russian is so out of practice. It's so bad. Trying to communicate with Krager, and I just literally cannot do it, boys. You guys gotta help me. You guys gotta help me. I know exactly what I want to tell Krager. I just don't know enough Russian to be able to put it into words and get the message across really quickly. You know what I mean? I just can't do it anymore, dude. It's been a while. Switch. Got ourselves Gossy Girl over for the team. 1 right to go. Krager the man. I love how this guy doesn't really change to mugs. Krager look more or less similar. Like he looked more like a bright, shining horde warrior, right? War front gear, everything available. But this is a Krager in his older age. He's gotten older, wiser. He's got himself a wolf cowl or whatever. He's gone through trials of his own, right? There's some visual progression there while keeping what made him unique. And I feel like his armor is no longer bright red, but like that darkened red. Skelgar, first up versus Advo, surrounded by demons, is gonna have to take it behind the pillar. Not in a great spot, just getting pelted by the tyrant. Realizes he's not in a great spot whatsoever, so he needs to find a way just to wait out the damage. More Gloomhounds being sent out by Advo. He's just gonna send the damage in, and even he's got a bit of mock progression. I like that set a lot, by the way. That's a Cataclysm set. That's a excellent set. Love the shoulders, love all the parts about it. Russian's better than mine. Dude, my Russian is just, I'm losing it. I'm losing it, man. Like, I know exactly what I want to tell to Krager. I'm just like, oh man, it's so hard, dude. I speak English constantly, and not that great, by the way. As seen by every single video that I put up on the channel, you can tell, like, yeah, Dallas not super well versed, not a linguist by any measure, not a lyrical genius by any measure. But yeah, hunt out for Skelgar, has to make a play. I'm him to follow, but looks like Advo ports out. Big lead by the Demon Hunter. As he sends in a Mortal Coil in, Skalgar may be in a bit of trouble. That's all the demons, and they're empowered by the Tyrant. Blur available, and actually using Blur against the demons is not the worst idea ever. He's going to try to see if he can back up out of there, still getting pelted from a distance. At the very least, he can back away from the demons. And maybe he could maybe kill the main demon. Gloomhound still keep rolling out by Adva. Big explosion with souls, but it's going to be a quick demonic soul ripping the demon hunter apart. Alistair charging and immediately slowed down to a crawl. Got himself the horse to keep himself moving. Tried to go for a kick on Adva. Looks like was not able to get a proper kick though. But he's got the army of the undead ready to go with the riders of the with riders? Is that with riders? It is with riders. Okay, I was gonna say for a second. With riders, the apocalypse. Mortal Coil sent in by Adva. He's trying to see if he can get himself some kind of setup. Trying to call in a reinforcement into a grippy hand by Alistair. By BF to keep him moving without any kind of stun. Great set of defenses and should be maybe enough to keep him afloat here. Advo is trying to see if he can use mobility with the gates and ports in order to let the demon savage Alistair while Advo does not take any direct damage to the face. Big Tyrant with a call, trying not to get interrupted. He's looking not to get kicked right now. If he cannot get kicked, he'll be in a great spot trying to go for a Hellstone. Blind to follow. Alistair is not in a great spot, looking for a bit of healing. AMS as well as the Death Pact are on standby, trying to see if he can build up for another apocalypse. If he can do so and then do it so scot-free, he might be alright. Stunner to Adva, wall is available. Could be a big turnaround for Alistair. As the Mortal Coil comes out, Adva backing up out of there, sending a few demons with a couple of procs. That's going to be Alistair. Not a lot of help to work with. AMS is available. Access around the corner as Adva trying to pick up a little bit more health. And the demons take him down. I think it was a battle master streak had fallen off too. So he's losing quite a bit of his overall health though. Young Jay over on the team too. And then Atham here too. Oh my god, dude. The whole squad is in. That is beautiful. As Adva, so far, holding the fort. Big stun out of Young. They did end up nerfing Frost Mages recently. Wasn't enough. The big meteor coming down with the shatters. It doesn't even matter. Those ice lances, they did get nerfed. Ice lances got nerfed. Just nerf or ice lances is what was keeping Adva alive there for a little bit. Just for a little bit. PvE Mannequin. This guy told me how to say his name last week. PvE Mannequin is such a good name. It's just going to be out here front and center. Big blind onto Young. Trying to see if he can encase him in a block of ice. Looking to keep the pressure rolling. A big stun. Blink out of the mage. Ultra time. Is it going to be enough though? As long as he can go in for ultra to maximize his health lost, he might be okay. Trying to see if he can cut out the DK. Able to puncture right through the AMS. Able to avoid him to swing around the other side of the arena. And as long as he can slow some way, somehow, Nova, Blizzard down right after, Dome down for the DK, trying to see if he can grip the mage back in towards him. And the mage is looking to get himself big castle around the corner. IBF out for PvE Mannequin, trying to see if he can fight to survive this. Does have enough health to work with. Young still has 2 blocks though, so he's okay. Trinket trying to go for a big stunner. He's looking to lock down the DK. That's going to be back-to-back CC. Polymorph, he has Ultra. Mainly to use Ultra. Ice Block, as long as you cancel the Ultra. Did you do Ultra? Or was that just a proc? Might have just been a proc. That's the same animation with the Shadow Priest. You know what? Maybe the other team got a priest or two. Night is young. We can still maybe get ourselves more priests tonight, man. Plenty of priests, dude. Or wait until NA and then Haster. I'm sure he'll come around. Blasting homies out into smithereens. Because as long as you play Archon, and if you can get those big drains, it can be a lot of damage. Breath. No ways for the DK to stop it. Stun really quickly. Young cannot go for a big stunner onto PvE Mannequin. Just trying to see if he can get a shatter bonus either way though. Trying to drop everything he can. Maybe a block right here. Does go for the block. As PvE Mannequin does go for a death pact. He is unable to heal, but he has so much extra health to work with. He doesn't have to worry about the damage taken. At least for a second. 25% dampener. Young trying to go for that healing, but he's just not doing that good right now with that ice block. AMS to cover and not just immune the stun completely out of Young. Stuns him instead with his own Remorseless Winter. Young trying to see if he can pelt at him bit by bit. Breath to follow, but PvE Manica breaking out of it with a quick howling blast, taking him out. Athaman, second to last, has to hold the fort. I like how a lot of you guys are running that spear, by the way. Is it a better stats? It's like a polearm, right? Might have been better stats. Atho playing the Herald? What? Wait, Atho, did you know that Herald... Herald is not getting buffed until the next patch, right? My goodness. AMS down for PvE Mannequin as he got full dot by Athaman, trying to see if he can tussle him out. Shield of Edge popping really quick with PvE. Catching Athaman in a quick stunner. Athaman has himself full Crusade, and the Paladin with the full wings rolling in. He's perfectly fine. He's chilling. He might be in a bit of trouble though with Go See Green. I'm bad in your name. My bad with the name. Go see. As goes in for a stun. Atho does have some Wake of Ashes. Does not play the Wake of Ashes wings though. So he's not going to be able to get wings every 15 seconds or 30 seconds. Instead, it's a proper 2-minute wings. Not playing the instant cast flash of lights. So you can actually maybe recover a bit of health. Playing around the full on, what is it called? Eternal Flame. He's literally playing around the healing over time Red Pally build. And look at his health slowly but surely recovering. Still got a bop, putting Ghosty on a bit of a back foot actually. He could play also the dot-based gameplay too, playing around the Herald of the Sun. Quick bash into Atho. He does a bop in case he needs to. He should be okay. Wall his damage off. Ghosty with a stunner. Does not have a trinket. Wake of Ashes full damage. That is up. No even Bartis can hold on. I think it might be a lights out for Ghosty. Does have a wall. May need to use it, but I think he might have used it a little bit too late. And Atho taking him out, looking for a quick heal. Is Rude Monology. Rudy, or is it supposed to be Rudy? Rudy Monology? I want to call him Rudy, dude. I want to call him Rudy now. I want to call him Rudy, dude. I know it's supposed to be Rudy Monology, but I want to call him Rudy. Rudy, Axe Toss immediately surrounding Atho with pets. It's going to be Blessing and Protection as a physical defensive. Quick interrupting him on Fear really quickly. He is susceptible to all the CC. Mortal Coil and Fears are going to be pretty bad, but the Blessing and Protection does protect him from the stunts as well as the main physical damage. Demons, though, that Fear does keep Atho out of the picture for long enough. Maybe Wake of Ashes on all these pets could be huge. Atho could be in a lot of trouble. Does get a dot rolling onto Rudy, who does have himself a dark bag. That should be plenty enough to live it. Atho maybe looking right down the barrel of a gun of a Demonology Warlock, setting up a full Fear. Lay on Hands may need to be the first button you press instantly. Does press it. Whatever CC you can get onto Rudy, that's going to be huge. Interrupt on Gloomhound, that's going to be massive. Hold on. Maybe picking up some damage. Maybe finding an opportunity to win here. Walking away from the portal, trying not to get sent away from the Warlock. Fear, last thing that catches him. Wait, breaks. Hold on. Mortal Coil last second. He needs one more global to win this. He needs one more. It does end up committing one more global. Taking down the Warlock with Quaggar. Charging out to avenge his fallen brethren. Does get immediately blinded by Atho. This Paladin is a shining beacon of light and justice. No more bubble, no more pop. I think he does end up slayed by the Slayer Warrior with Plush versus Quaggar. At the very least, Quaggar did not have to commit too many cooldowns though. At the very least, only wreck trinket immediately for Plush, as it is a trickster subtlety rogue. Those guys do a lot of damage when they get a proper setup. It is wild how much damage they do. They can increase the finisher damage by like, what is it, 3% per stack and get those stacks like to 8 stacks really quickly. So do the math on that one, because I'm not good at math at all. Quaggar hanging out by the eye, maybe looking to pick it up. Zerker's Rage could technically break out of it. Fear does go for a big defensive as Plush committing all the damage with the Shadow Blades. So for Plush, that is a lot of damage going in right now. Quaggar at this side dampening, not going to be able to heal much. So he's really under a ton of pressure. Cloak of Shadows evasion down for Plush. I don't know if Quaggar can maybe go for a Fear or anything. Blind, he does have a Warlock Hellstorm technically, as well as Rallying Cry, but he doesn't have a Trinket anymore, so that's going to be a little bit of troublesome. If Plush does not go for the stunt, maybe a Blaze Storm opportunity for Quaggar. Oh, he started to heal. Second one started to heal. Cheap shot. Barely alive. He needs a heal. Does pick up a heal really quickly from Plush. Sonic Plush who goes in for a trinket. Quaggar maybe looking for a Rallying Cry. I think he might need to use so. He gets himself a bit of damage. Hold on, the rogue is so low. He doesn't have an escape. Charge is not going to be enough though. Trying to take him. Cheat death. He just needs one big hit. A Blaze Storm taking him out. My God, that was beautiful. He got himself 2. Well, Catherine picked up 3. Oh my God, this is why I love me some 5v5 1v1 duels, dude. That closeness of matches. Quaggar's team gets to keep going. And Cobre, let me know if you're ready, because your team gets to face off the champions. They earned that victory. They earned that win. Cobre, so Cobre, let me know if you are good to go. Команда твоя Manda President, how do I say +1 boy? Okay, not trying to say boy, trying to say duel. Bogotovi, awesome, beautiful. Mara, what's up? What's the vendor we could buy last season PvP gear? That's not available up until next patch apparently. I think they're not up until next patch, so don't worry about it. Plush, your team will get a chance to play after this one, okay? So let me know when ready. Скажи. Oh man, I'm having to do like this online virtual Russian keyboard, and it's just like technically you can type on your keyboard to mimic the letters on the keyboard, but like I'm not used to where the letters are, so I'm losing them all the time. Kogda Gotov. There's gotta be like I really gotta like get some sentences copied over so I can just like copy paste them. Damn, nice GGs. It was amazing. Crocodiles, let's go, Diva, let's go. We're gonna go both Kobre and Kragar. Plush, are you in chat? Let me know. Write to me, man, if you're here. Tell the team that you guys are going to be going next. Kobre, I'll probably do. Oh, you got to do the numbers of Kobre. 217. We'll do hook points. We've done hook point forever now, but we'll probably do Kobre versus Plush, and we'll just have to rotate like who gets to play, right? And I'll try to explain what I want to do. If you're Russian and you know Kragar's stream, if you could pop into his stream, this would be wonderful if you could help me with this. Just explain to him, like, so we got 3 teams. As the night goes on, eventually some people are gonna go to bed, so then we'll go back to just 2 teams. So Kragar doesn't have to go anywhere. But while we have 3 teams, we'll have to figure out an order where a new team is constantly playing each match, right? So, like, at some point, Kragar's team is gonna have to sit, but then they get to play 2 matches. Then they sit one, then they play 2 matches. So, like, I'll try to organize it so everybody gets even time to play, and we'll make adjustments. I just don't have enough Russian, like, to explain it to him in a quick, succinct way. So we're just, you know, if you can do that for me, if you can do that better than I can, like, roughly tell him that's what is happening, that would be great. So at least he's not, like, out of the loop, because there's a language barrier. All right, so Twitch. Tom, gotta be first up. I want to see how them Frost Mage changes are gonna affect them, especially versus Sarf. I guess Sarf is goes on for Cloak of Shadow's immediate shadow mode. The rogue committed quite a pretty big defensive, which you would think, oh, that's huge. It is the subtlety rogue. Vanish cooldown reduction is a really strong tool, which actually that's getting removed in the next patch, by the way. So rogues, enjoy it while you got it, or actually maybe start playing without it just to get used to the cooldown reduction or the lack thereof for the next patch, because it might be pretty impactful. Smoke bomb right now for Sour, trying to see if he can create some line of sight. Toma just continues to pelt him with lances right around the corner. As long as he can get some slows onto the rogue and roots, he can just keep him pressured the entire time. Star does it back it away behind the pillar. Toma sitting down immediately for foot. Kidney shot. He knows it could be a blink. He still goes for it either way though. Toma does take the full kidney into a cheap shot. That's a lot of damage taken by the mages. Got himself a bit of shielding. Quick poly. Sar trinkets as the poly comes out. Potentially could be huge for Toma. The rogue may need to escape this unless he goes vanishing. That's still a lot of damage even on the vanish. He was able to shield it. Just go for the shadow meld. Does he have a stun? He can't even stun him. He does go in for damage though. Shadow strikes and then eviscerate plus coup de grace, still doing plenty of damage, putting the mage a bit on a back foot, a back paw, being a Pandaren. Goes in for a block, but he's got the block mover. He can move with it, so he can make sure to guarantee, almost guarantee, that Tsar is not going to be able to catch himself a clean reset. That blind was there and ready for that rogue though. So for Tama, no more trinket. He does have a second block in case he needs to. Tsar has a Cloak of Shadows back up, so at least he's got a defensive. He can go in pretty aggressively. He is going to have to cloak as soon as he sees the big combo out of Tama. Tama, that's a full immunity to stuns. You may need to cloak this immediately. That's a lot of damage. That's cloak it. Trying to see if he can get some damage in. I think he's trying to go for stuns. But as long as he's got the ice from, that's literally stun immunity. It is crazy. Herald ammo better than top of the heals. Did you see after that they're making it so that Herald is now going to scale with Paladin Mastery? That's going to be huge. It is mad how good that's going to be. Tower tried to see if he can go for a quick meld, trying to avoid the comets flying from the sky. Can a shot onto Tama? Wait, I think Toma's playing Shimmer. I don't think he's normal Blink, so this gives the rogue an opportunity to finally lock down the mage. Is it going to be enough though? Into a breath. Polly, he has no outs. The rogue has nowhere to go. If Tama goes in for big damage right now, there's nothing. He's just burying him down with a big meteor. Oh, turning that man into a fossil, leaving him out there, to having him go out the way the dinosaurs went. As Triple Poly, what are you even doing? He's like casting at him from behind the pillar. Trinket, I think Tama might be in trouble. Ice block does get a block though. And for Triple Poly, also playing that Frosty Mage as well. So that's going to be very interesting which one of the two will win. Tama is definitely behind on cooldowns, trying to see if he can get himself a setup. Ice Form? That can't be spell stolen, can it? It used to be spell stealable. Can it spell steal? I don't think you can though. But let's see Tama at least get himself proper damage go. Triple Poly got plenty of damage of his own though. And Tama, I think, potentially with an ultra time somewhere? I saw some kind of a proc. I can't tell if it's ultra or not. Triple Poly though got the procs though. He's got the frostfire hits happening left and right, side to side, flurries around the corner. Tama trying to see if he can swing around. Is it going to be enough though? Quick invis for a second to give himself a little bit extra help to work with. Random ice form. That Frosty Elemental almost taking him out, trying to have himself a bit of a go. Triple Poly blinking, doesn't get shattered. He actually got really close, taking him down. If he didn't have a blink or anything to break out of that meteor, that would have been potential lights. As Cobra gonna be up next, goes in for a quick stunner onto Triple Poly, immediately hitting him with an Infernal, trying to force him into an ice block. And Triple Poly does not play the block where he can move. So I like the changes, the differences between the two, man. It is so good. As he just building up the resources. Look at that Mog, man. I like it. Look at that. He's got the goggles and everything. Big hands, but Mortical locking him out completely. Not giving him a chance to even catch a breather. That was brutal. Zeralia is going to be up next. Zalaria. I'm not stripping him so hard, but Zalaria is going to be up next, playing the marksmanship. I feel like I'm gonna try not to keep referencing the PTR patch too much, but MM looking real good on PTR, by the way. But stun onto Cobra does get himself a big setup with rapid fires and aim shot, just absolutely shredding through the Warlock, catching a quick succubus to put Zeralia out of the open. Does have a pretty wall for this one, but the wall is down. Trinket into an interrupt, a scatter rather. You might just take him right here if he gets a kick. Feign death for a second. Wait a moment. One kill shot could be the end of you. He does go for the Mortal Coil in order to break apart the rapid fire, but Colbody realizing my health is not a great spot. If he goes in for a volley around the corner and just kill shots you, nothing you can do. He has to be playing around that succubus CC, but even then, his health is under a ton of pressure. Marksmanship, if you can just dodge enough of your attacks, he has a volley. Oh! So when a marksmanship sets up a volley, if they're talented correctly, that volley lets him see through walls. Kind of like the original, if you play it back in Shadowlands, the Kyrian ability with an arrow that gives him line of sight, that volley, if you talent into it, can give you line of sight while the enemy is under your volley. So that's what that was. He could literally hit through a wall as long as he's standing in it. Like, you could, if you move out of the volley, you know, like it can hit you, but yeah, it is a very interesting zonal or anti-zonal ability. Sigil of Fear as Crybor trying to see if he can get right on top of the Hunter. He might be able to get enough damage, trying to go for the big explosive fell energies of a, what's it called? Fell Scarred Demon Hunter, but he has to close the gap in order to maximize the damage value of those abilities. Quick stunner. Azar trying to go for a massive setup. It's gonna be a quick stun, does have a wall. Maybe can use a wall in order to keep himself alive. I'm trying to switch to the right guy, but I can't for some reason. There he is. There goes the wall. Scatter. He's still trying to aim shot it. He's still trying to stay aggressive. No shot, you saw. No way he wins this. Immunity for Demon Hunter. Trying to avoid that stun. Oh, no. This could be brutal. Does he volley? Volleys around the corner. Rapid fire. Is it enough? Oh my God. Oh yeah, the rogue. Yeah, these rogues ain't loyal, man. These rogues ain't loyal. That is what rogues are, though. What's your name? Chernokai. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. Cherno, maybe, would be kind of like, maybe it's like dark. Kai, maybe that's the name. I don't have no idea. I have no idea. I'm just gonna pronounce it as is. I don't know what the meaning is. There's a double meaning for this one. Chernokai is the name. Drenai Warlock. I almost never see them. Maybe for a good reason, but we'll find out. Chernokai fully walled up, trying to see if he can get himself out of the situation. I like the demonic wigs he's got going on, by the way. The whole like Eradar or Mana Reed Drenai. I like that. I think it looks good. Does go for the port as the rogue swings around the corner, trying to put some pressure with the Warlock backing up out of there. This gives the rogue an opportunity to catch a quick reset. First aid by Chernokai. I didn't even realize you could use first aid bandages. You might as well pick them up, right? You might as well pick up the bandages for arenas. That seems to... I think that was doing a bit of decent healing up until a rupture ticked down on you. Kidney shot fully. Chernokai going in for a quick trinket. A stun onto... what's your name? Oh my goodness. I have a really hard time with you guys' names. And Anti-killer. Anti-killer. That could work. Anti. Cherno and Anti. That could work for me, man. Give it a quick nickname. Mortical on the cheap shot as a rogue trying to get the setup. He could still continue that setup though. Cherno trying to see if he gets some damage. The demonic soul is showing up, popping off, and actually does some damage whenever Cherno gets certain procs. He has the demonic soul come by and ripping at the rogue, putting it down on him, doing a little bit of that damage. Axtos as the rogue is trying to create line of sight. Dreadsuckers join in. The rogue trying to see if he can get a setup. Goes in for a quick whip through with advantage, just trying to see if he can escape. Is he still dotted though? If he is dotted from the demonic soul, he is going to be put out of stealth. Goes in for a shadow strike immediately. Remarks Cherno trying to go for big fatty guaranteed crit eviscerates. Might be able to get a big eviscerate. It does get it. As long as you can build up the comp points for it, you're going to be able to do so. With Cracker going to be up next. Blaze Storm trying to see if he can rip the rogue apart, but he still had one more vanish in his back pocket. Not quite out of the woods just yet. There goes in for a cheap shot immediately onto Cracker. As he's trying to see, just goes in, he literally ran back over. He was 5 behind the pillar, ran back over, bonked Cracker on the head, just to put one more cheap shot and then backed up out of there with a quick sap right after. For Cracker, the clock is running out little by little. We are at the 9-minute mark, 48% dampener. It is definitely going to make things a little bit more hairy for this man right now. As Anti goes in for a kidney shot, Cracker actually decides to go in for a trinket, maybe a bit of a bold move, but wanted to see if he can add the rogue right then and there. The rogue's still able to escape with a quick reset, not even a vanish, I don't think, right? For Cracker, not a great spot to be in, not an amazing spot to be in. Anti's still super, super low, so you can't really heal super well. So for Cracker, if he just catches the rogue out in the open, I think it's lights out. Cheat death is available, so maybe Rogue can leverage it. Quick fear by Cracker. The Rogue has no outs. He has no vanish or nothing. As long as he doesn't pre-cloak anything here. Cracker with a full bleed. Rogue has nowhere to go. That bleed is eventually going to bleed him out. Cloak of Shadows to maybe removed, but the executes are still brutal. Charge with a quick stun as he goes in for Smoke Bomb. Gouge is able to Blaze Storm out of there easily and does end up clipping the Rogue. El Nyasha? At least that name I can read, sorta, kinda. Not well, but at least I can kind of read it. Back-to-back stuns under Cracker, punishing this man as he goes in for big defenses, but he's not giving him a chance to breathe whatsoever. Just absolutely stifling him. Evasion Cloak, this rogue descent, all defenses, just to make sure he gets that victory at the end. Kind of wild. With Zeralia, that was amazing. That was amazing. So Team Cracker now versus Team Plush, if they're around. We'll have them go next, and yeah, just to make sure the rotation keeps going the right way. So we'll get that up and running. So somebody could tell, I guess I could also tell Cracker that too, right? Like, yo, Team Plush versus Cobra, then him versus Plush. Let me know if team is ready. Let me know if your team is ready. Is there any space? I can check. I can double check to see. We at least have 3 groups, so... And they're all full last time I checked, but maybe somebody will have a space or whatever. Okay, so double checking Plush. If it's sent. Hey, how's the group? Ready? I don't know if it's sent to Plush. Is Plush online? That's another question is Plush online? Let me look. Because he may not even be online. Okay. Okay, I don't see BNet on my screen for some reason. At least his message. Yeah, Plush, I don't see your message at all. Каждую игру будет новый человека. Okay, so Cracker is rotating through a lot of people. So if you want to join his groups, you're more than welcome to him. Okay. Oh man, I'm so bad at Russian. Plush versus Cobra после Cracker versus Plush Commander. I'm letting him right now, like the order, real quickly. Alright, Cobra, ready? Oh. Damn. List in under core. So, Cobra, hold on. Нет. Cobra не готов. Ja komanda Shaz? Is that how you spell it? Okay, I know how you're supposed to pronounce the words. I'm just now trying to find a letter that matches the pronunciation. Oh, you guys are ready? Oh, that's a lot of alliance jumping in. Sekunde. Sek. Kobria. Yes. Komanda. Originalny plan. После. Твоя команда после. Okay. All right, we'll do this quick. We'll do it really quick. Invite spectator match. Cobre. Oh man, this is so tough. I'm trying to go as quick as I can here. Plush 5 Rook. Oh, they just team trolled through, man. That's crazy. Wait, Plush, are you online? Okay, it says you are online. This should be working. Plush 5 Rook. Cobre. Did I mess up his name? 21700. Okay, I did mess up his name. Cool. We're good. All right. Всем больше игры. Твоя команда после... Твоя команда versus Plush. I don't know how to say versus in Russian, so I'm just gonna do that. We gotta get you guys going next. I'm having to my brain is going 1,000 miles a minute, by the way. This Rogue doesn't know how to play Rogue in space. Hey, you're more than welcome to jump in, man, if you want to. Yeah, I wanted to. Yeah, so groups are going to be listed under Molten Core. Normally I have a thing in the chat to show how to join in, but let me do it right here. Here we go. So this is how you join in. The groups are going to be listed under Molten Core normally. I should probably update it to just add Molten Core in there, but they will be listed under Molten Core just to just to have a group. I'll try this one, see if that works out. Maybe it doesn't. Blackrock Hold Arena, hopefully it works. If it's working. Did they kill Rokan? Is that what they were trying to do, the alliance group? I think they were, because somebody said Rokan is dead. Rip. Сейчас ваша команда. Сейчас будет Кобре и Plush. Потом будет Plush и Крагар. Потом будет Крагар и Кобре. Trying to get the teams together and all that other stuff. Wait, Plush, are you in LFG? Make sure you leave your LFG. Make sure you close LFG. I don't know if you got LFG open or anything. Can I? Yeah, that will do it. So I can do Rook. I'll have to do Dalaran Sewers, I guess. We'll try Dalaran Sewers. Yasin, хорошо. This is tough for me, man. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Quickly, just to make it more, I don't want to have Cracker waiting too long. I want Cracker to play. I don't know if Cracker is tuning into the stream to maybe see what the duels are looking like. But yeah, hopefully he's at least keeping himself entertained for a little bit. I don't want to make him wait too long at all, if I can't help it. But the next one is going to be upright, boys. These have been so fun, by the way. I've been enjoying these so far. Shame, for some reason I'm cute. All good. No worries. No worries. It's a lot going on. It's a lot of things to manage or whatever, right? It's just a lot is happening. So I'll totally understandable if you guys are like, what's happening? What's going on? All good. No worries, man. Which. Got ourselves Team Alistair over on rather Team Plush. This is the man organizing the teams. But on that team, we got Atha, we got Alistair, we got Skelegar, as well as Young Jay versus ONYXIA. These guys, are you last? Everybody last always stares at the corner, man. Tama, we got us a Triple Poly. Wait, Triple Poly joining Team Tama? They're switching around things apparently. We got Cobra as well as Erza XOXO. Erza, okay. We can go with Erza. I can go with Erza. Is Toma first? It is Toma first. Versus Alistair, immediate AMS. The Frost versus Frost. No, you're unholy that time around. Taking the big lances back to back though. Not really liking these shatters. Is going for the grippy. That is a stun immunity for Toma right now though. So for Alistair, kind of limited what he can really do. Can't even use the pet to stun Toma. And that's a big spike with a frozen orb. That is his cheat death right now. That's how you know when the DK has that big puff of red all around him. That's how you know. Might be in a bit of a trouble. Lichborn to give himself a little bit of defense. Actually, Lichborn gives you a little bit of leech so you can heal yourself. Lets you use death codes to heal yourself, but also gives you 15% DR. So I don't know. Do you use it for the self heals or do you use it like as a defensive plus self heal? What would be the best way to do it, man? I need to ask what what is the best way to use it as chills? Or is it just a heal? Because I've seen a lot of DKs use it as a raw heal. Alistair with a grippy hand. At least he's got maybe a little bit of control, but this mage will not feast down. Death back last second just to give himself a little bit of health to work with. Does give him at least a solid bit of a health bar. But Toma, look at this man. Literally max right now still. For Alistair, got himself at least the pets. Army, together with the riders, together with the ghoul. Ice form out for Thomas, so you can't be stunned for a little bit though. Alistair with an IBF just to give himself a little bit extra defense to work with, AMS to rotate, trying to see if he can maximize whatever damage he can versus Toma. As Toma blinking around all over the place. That goes the ice bug for Alistair. That is a huge defensive to proc out of Toma. That is a massive, it's going to be one more ice bug to get through, but it is at least you making headway in terms of the mage's defenses. And if you can somehow get a proper stun on Toma. Toma is playing Shimmer. Toma's playing Shimmer really, really well. He got the proper lockdown. He got the Shimmer in order to get better positionals. And he got the CC immunity with the ice form, so you can't even stun him properly. That's going to be AMS. Alistair holding on by his hair. His health bar. It's almost like, it's so thin. It's almost hair thin at this point. The guy's got nothing to work with here. Got himself the horse at the very least. Hoping to get out, but the horse not removing the movement. Oh! The horse does stop you from being slow past a certain point, but not completely immune to slows. I almost feel like, imagine if they made it completely immune to slows. Oh man, and Toma just take one really quickly. Who's up next? Is it going to be Skelligar? It looks like it is going to be Skelligar. Last time Skelligar had to fight, it was, I guess, a Demonology Warlock, which was a lot of like just running away, letting the demons fight you, and just getting kited. I don't think the gameplay is going to be that different with a Frost, which is just going to slow you down the entire time. Try to see if you can close the gap. Immunity out for Toma. So if Skell can wait out until Ice Form and then go for back-to-back stuns, that could be massive. Got himself the glaive, looking for a stun, but it's immune. You gotta delay those stuns until later. Quick poly while you're out in the open, chasing after the guy. That's a perfect opportunity for him to just get a CC on you. Big spike, maybe potentially big shatter combo. Does not get the meteor, but still a lot of damage. Oh, the meteor comes through either way, though. He does have an immunity. Apparently, I can see the meteor this time around. Normally, I can, but that time apparently I couldn't. As Toma perfectly fine, ice form in 15 seconds, so he's got himself the stun immunity. Skell has himself a limited window to get in there. Sigil of Fear finally able to lock down Toma for just a second. Maybe he can get himself a proper setup right now. Unless he's got anything, I think he's just in a rough spot. With a, did I just see a, I might have seen a living bomb there. If that's a living bomb proc, that does not feel good right now, because Frosty living bombs actually hurt a lot, and that's gonna be full lockdown. Nothing he can do. Young Jay dropping down orb as well as a blizzard onto Toma. Does actually get himself quite a lot of damage. Toma realizes he can't stay behind the pillar, has to cut across, but he puts himself in danger. Might be looking at a potential ice block here with those lances. Lances is what got nerfed for frost mages, but they're still chipping away at Toma so much. It is a lot of damage. That nerf feel like it did nothing. Absolutely nothing. Icebug for Toma, at least able to get himself a bit of recovery, as Young trying to go for that cooldown reduction might be enough right now. Got himself the images, everything available. And I'm wondering if Toma is going to be able to make it out of here though. Breath by Young, he's got himself sound immunity. I don't think that sound immunity is going to do anything against other mages, so it's going to come down to CC and the lockdowns with his own polys. He's got himself a proper go. Potentially big setup. Nova, ice block. Young did not want to find out how much damage that was going to be. That was literally everything sent all at once. He did not want to find out. Trying to go for a poly. Why he's got movement? He got himself proper blinks. But actually, I think Toma with a shimmer might be might actually be in a better spot, because there's nothing you can blink to get out of a stun. Mages can't stun. At least Frost technically can, but I don't think either one is running the stun ability. And Young is actually getting punished. He was Toma able to shimmer around, able to move around quite easily. Young is put in a weird spot. Flurry, oh, just the procs. That is just enough damage to take him with Atherman second to last yet again. Is he going to be able to hold the fort as Toma is running around? Absolute criminal. Full bubble out of Ather. Could be no ice buck out of Toma. So he's actually not in a great spot. He has Ultra, so you could at least reposition back and gain all that health. But he needs an answer right after. Knockback on the pally does go flying. Hand of Freedom does not stop that knock. Stealing that Hand of Freedom, but at the very least you can maybe slow him. Ice Form, so at least you can immune the stuns. But it's still a lot of damage out of the Paladin, dude. Every one of these Judgments, every one of these Templars, that's a lot of damage. At least he's got no immunity, unless he goes to Spell Warden. If he goes for spell warding, that could be huge. Tama tried to see if he could go behind the pillar and get some plinks around the corner. Polly right after. With a glitch spike, maybe it'll be enough to break through his shield. Does break through that shield pretty easily. Tama does get a stun, but has a blink for it immediately. I don't think he can do anything right now. I think he's out of options, unless he's got another shield. He might just die to the dots. That Paladin Herald of the Sun build got Tama dotted, and that dot may be enough to kill him. Got him some shield last second, but I think it's over. No? Last second? Does he get immunity? Does Asa have immunity to magic damage? Because he might die right here. Does have spell ward him. That's what it needed. Tama, I don't know what you can do in this situation. There's absolutely nothing you can do. Panda racial. Oh no, if he lives by the panda racial, that'd be huge. He can technically immune a stun out of Atho, but I don't think he can live the damage. I don't think he can live the damage unless he can line up a CC and then combo Atho out. He does have the combo. Hold on. He does have the shatters. Hold on. He has the damage. Hold on. If Atho can get behind the pillar, he might just go down. He's trying to jump to get line of sight. He just needs a bit more damage. Oh, how are you still alive? He's blinking in. Oh, okay, man. Alrighty. Well, Tama is given an opportunity for an honor duel by Plush. You want to give this man an honorable match? Honestly, as a rogue, I have respect for that. Normally, as a rogue, this is where you run in and you sneakily charge in, take him out very quickly before anybody knows what's happening. And you know what? It's like, it's one of those things, yeah, people hate it, but it's like, it's a classic rogue trick, right? But the fact is, this man is like, you know what? I'm gonna let him cook. I'm gonna let him play. Icebook is coming back in 10 seconds for Toma. So maybe if Plush just races it, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to go for. He is going to try to see if he can race it as fast as possible. That is going to be Cobra catching the quick slow onto Plush. Even though Plush wanted to give an honor duel for Toma, not like he's going to be able to get one for Cobra though. Not necessarily, you don't necessarily have to give the other person honorable matches or anything like that. Only if you want to. But honestly, letting it be a player choice really helps show character, build character, and lets you figure out who has the honor in their bones. You know what I mean? It's a nice little player experience where it's a social experience in a way, is how I like to look at it. Vanish as Plush barely avoiding the damage, but he doesn't avoid the stun. Blind onto Cobra, just trying to see if he can escape. But is he playing? Is Cobra playing? He's not Diablo, so he's got to be Hellcaller, right? So he's got the dots rolling on him. He is a Hellcaller. Look at that. He got himself the full demonic form and everything. Plush trying to make a play. Cloak of Shadows is available. The rogue got Cobra locked down for a second as the Trixie damage comes on through. Trying to see if he gets the dot on the pet at the very least. Got himself Shadowy Duel. Cloak of Shadows may need to come out here. Cloak, that's going to be cancelable. You need a Cloak right now. He does go for Cloak, but he doesn't have an escape. Oh, no, 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 no. Unless you can somehow escape the Succubus. That's what you got to evade. Succubus is gouged for a second. Succubus is now underground. I'm not sure what happened there. Get the Shadow to Cobra. Avoid the Succubus. You can't be putting yourself out in the open like that. It breaks, but the Mortal Co opens in a bad spot. Cobra with a wall. You can't interrupt them. Smoke bomb to give yourself someone on the side. That's huge. Shadow step and so you can avoid that stun. But he still didn't let the stun go off. He can still stun you. Trying to keep the Succubus out in the open, and Cobra does let him take it plushed. Man, Toma, my guy. Holy. What is happening? Okay, now we gotta get another team going. We gotta get Team Plush versus Kragar next. Team Plush versus Kragar. Alright. Okay. Okay. Tvoya komanda. Shas? Tell them right now. Kragar versus Plush. И Kragar versus Cobra. И Kragar versus Cobra. Here we go. Here we are. Will we see a 20th anniversary reworks? Cross mages of the work we'll see after the 20th anniversary. Are mages hit hard by the anniversary reworks, or am I wrong on that? -1. Okay, your team waits for now, so you have time to get +1. We need a +1 for Team Cobra. If you, he's gonna list it over under Molten Core, so there's an opportunity for him to get a +1. Let me know when ready. Know when ready. Your team again. Cool. I'm trying to see if I can organize it the best as I can. A lot of heavy reworks for classes like Paladin will get insane changes. I saw the Paladin, Hunter, and Druid and Shaman are getting some big stuff. I'm not super familiar on exactly what is happening to mages. But yeah, ready? Beautiful. We'll get you guys going. So we'll get Plush versus Kragar. Kragar, Plush, 5. I think I was gonna do Rook, Black Rook Hold. So we'll get them going, and then your team after. Okay, your team after this one. You versus Kragar, then you versus Plush. Okay, cool. So I think we got a bit of pacing going. It's a little slower to get it, like, to get each game going, but at least we got like a bit of a flow, a bit of a pacing, which is good to see. Good to see. Yeah, I'll need to take a look at it. I got a couple of videos in the works cooking. Also, I'm hoping Alistair's like name does not keep. I'm hoping this disappears. You guys can see my mouse though. Oh, that sucks. But like, you see how Alistair's name is showing up in the center of the screen. Hopefully that'll be going away when the match starts. But yeah, I have no idea why that's there. It might be one of my add-ons to Twitch. But yeah, we'll see what they do with them, right? Hopefully they'll do some good stuff with it. But the mages are disgusting. It's criminal how good they are. Like Blizzard, hello? Like, what is this? It is wild. Alrighty, is the name Alistair not showing up? Oh, it's still staying on the screen. Oh no, I don't know why it's like showing Alistair here. Hold on 1 second. Is it S Arena? Oh, it might be S Arena, huh? Oh god, no. Oh, please, no. Always show. No. Okay, it's probably S Arena, isn't it? Oh god. Hold on. Plush and, what's his name? Gloomy? Plush and Gloomy. Could you guys just not kill each other for a second? I just need to, there we go. Hopefully it doesn't break. We'll go back. We're back. Okay, Gloomy getting stun lock right now. Oh, beautiful Mogman, man. The hell bar. Last second for the cheap shot. I don't know why you went out. You just vanished. You just escaped. I feel like you would have stayed away, but instead to get back in there versus Plush, hits him with a quick sepsis, trying to keep the pressure on him. Plush does go for the reset of his own. Gloomy trying to build whatever comp points he can. Cloaker shot is for Gloomy. Evasion as well as Plush evasion as well. He's just still trying to stay aggressive versus Plush, and this goes in for a quick shadow meld. No, Plush is the one with the shadow meld. One with the reset. Cheap shot to follow. Is it going to be enough? Gloomy has nothing. I don't even know what happened to the hell bar, to be honest. And next up is gonna be, what's your name? G-R-E Totem? Zri Totem. Wait, is that supposed to be like eat totem? Like devour totem? Zri? I think so. Eat totem. I would call him Totem. Totem Thomas over here. Blizzard knows bounce because Mage is so strong. I mean, the company's named Blizzard, right? So the class that casts a Blizzard is going to have to be the strongest. It only makes sense, right? Lasso by the Totem, man. As Plush getting locked down for a second. He doesn't have a cloak. He doesn't have evasion. He doesn't have vanish either. So Plush actually might be in a really tough spot versus Totem. I almost want to call him Zream. Your enhancement? I should have looked at this man. I thought elemental, because he got like a little big old primordial with like what looked like a lava burst for a second, but maybe might have been a light bulb. I didn't realize this guy's enhanced with Shamance with a big old fiery club. Plush trying to see if he can punish him. Quick blind to follow. Ash looking for a quick escape, and that's going to be the earthy elemental that did make him a little smaller. So don't look as intimidating as before, which I don't hate. But it is still just as annoying. He's not doing a lot of damage. He's giving it like a slight massage. It's almost like having a pebble thrown at you, right? That's how much damage he's doing. If anything, he's doing a fantastic job keeping this rogue out in the open. Quick gouge as he got himself a primordial into a shadow strike. Kidney shot to follow. Does Totem have a knockback? He does have a knockback into a shadow step immediately by the rogue. Lasso right after him. Is it going to be enough, however, though, as Totem needs himself a little bit more resources. He got himself primordial. I don't know if he got lightning. Big ascendance, potentially bad for Plush right now. Big alien blast crashing down, has himself a advantage last second, just so he can escape very, very quickly. And Totem looking for a bit of a heal. I don't know if Plush escaped without a flame shock or anything. It looks like potentially got out of there without any dodge to put him back out in the open. So for Totem, not a great spot. He had so much momentum there, but the rogue with a quick reset, it just goes out of the window sometimes. Totem still has plenty of defenses though, with a trinket, cloak for plush, and an evasion. As Totem dropping down the bulwark totem has himself big LA blast from a distance. Doesn't even need to be next to plush. He does need enough damage though to keep him in combat, keep him pressured. I don't know if you can maybe put a slow totem around the other pillar, or maybe a root totem or anything like that. You gotta find a way to get the rogue back into combat. The wolves are doing a fantastic job. The rogue is actually trying to see if he can get back in without even catching a restyle. Trinket out of the rogue with a blind. As the bulwark totem still on totem. Bulwark totem on totem. Totems on totems. Blush actually taking a lot of damage though. Kineshot does have a shadow step. It is a bit of delayed though. For Totem though, may have enough damage right now. There is a primordial. Plus trying to see if he can turn it around with those sheep shots. Wall for the Totem, man. It doesn't go for a storm strike. Had to play a slower game until he had the rogue exactly where he wants him. Is Alistair hotted up? Did Atherman? Oh, I think what happened is Atherman has wings pop off whenever somebody in team dies, and that did put a hot on Alistair. Not like Ather did on purpose. I think it's literally just a paladin thing. Just a paladin ability, like a passive. Big counter-strike totem by Totem. You see what I mean? His name is just unfortunate in that regard, but a quick death call taking him out as Alistair overpowered him with the army over that dead. Gragar charging in to see if he can avenge his fallen brethren. Got himself full rampage back-to-back raid to go. IBF out of Alistair, trying to see if he can find some survivability with a big A-bomb, summoning up the riders, but Krager looking at this overwhelming odds, and he's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna get back in and focus down on Alistair, focus down on the commander of this entire squad of undead. Big Mexicans back-to-back, stoned by Alistair, turning this around, but Krager does get himself a win. Either way, the young Jay as a frosty mage, it's going to be probably the worst matchup for Kragar. Does go for a fear. He may need to either catch some breather behind the pillar, that or use defenses aggressively, trying to see if he can stay on top of young Jay as best as possible. That is going to be ultra for the mage, so he's perfectly fine. Whatever damage he takes right now, doesn't have to worry about it. But he took a scary amount of damage out of Kragar though. Once Kragar started to get some procs, it was terrifying. Got himself full damage potentially available. Recklessness is up. Everything is up. Throwing a weapon. I think we just lost a rogue over in team 1, which is unfortunate. But hopefully this will get a proper chance to play. Polly out for young Jay as it's going to be full lockdown into Kragar. Maybe he could reflect something, anything. I think it's just over. Oh, leaping in last second, catching up a little bit of healing. Second leap is available into a charge, trying to see if he can stay ahead of the competition. Young Jay with an ice block. Does Kragar have a shatter? Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. No, Stormbolt, that's all he's got. He gotta find a way to evade young Jay and the water alley to get him some second wind healing. I don't know if he's got fear or anything. That water alley is being super annoying. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but enough to do damage to his health bar so you can't really heal properly, which is the worst. Leaping away, might have found a break, hold on. Oh, still so much damage. Tell me he doesn't have any dots on him. He might have broken away. Hold on a second. If young Jay cannot reconnect right now, trying to use that ultra shenanigans, but Kragar is recovering with second wind. This is exactly what I needed. He's found himself a brave. The young Jay realizing his mistake. He, at this point, accepts it. A bit of shift to power, cleaving down. Kisses here for... Why is it cleaving? Oh, wait, no. I don't think it was somebody in team 1. I think the rogue got a chance to play. I might have gotten confused with that. When I said earlier, I think somebody wasn't there. I think a rogue left. I don't think a rogue left. Rogue did get to play, but then he left. I thought we lost somebody like just dropped out early, but no. might be. Now I'm confusing everybody. Big damage on the young. Is that ultra? No. Ice block. Does he have a shatter? He doesn't. Didn't set up for shatter this time around. It is a lot of paladins and mages. Normally shatter would be the play, but I don't blame you. I don't blame you. It is a talent point that could go somewhere else, honestly. It looks like for Kragar, maybe that was the play. Quick fear. The comet storm's coming down. It is not enough to take him. Letting that fear sit because he knows it's a ultra time for Young. Young with a quick trinket breath onto Kragar. Does not have a trinket of his own. Trying to see if he can stun him. I don't know if Kragar can, I don't know, Blaze Storm maybe. He does have a defensive, using it early. That was a lot of shatter damage, so maybe it was really good that he used that in the first place. Leaping over after the mage. Mage trying to see if he can go for that reverse into a leap after for Kragar. Does root him immediately. Charges him with that amateur to break out of the root. Trying to see if he can stay on him as best as humanly possible. Big onslaught, but may not be enough. Stormbolt on that poly. Oh man, Young. Repolys him again. Is he gonna let second wind break him? No, try to see if you can just avoid letting second wind heal him. But at this point, Cracker is back down to no cooldowns, not in a great spot. Nova immediately as he gets charged in, which is not ideal. Gets close enough with that Blaze Storm though. Leaping in, it's going to be a board back. Leap again for Cracker, but using it defensively. That second one is going to be huge. Does Young commit? No, he's backing up too. He's going to try to see if he can fight heal versus heal. Food buff versus second wind. Second wind is winning right now. Second wind is winning by a mile, dude. By a country mile. Big avatar into a reflect. Young Jay can't really even do anything. He's got him some shields, but at 44% dampening, they're barely holding on. He's got himself the altar with a bit of healing, shifting power. My chat for some reason popped up on the bottom left. I'm not even sure how. My UI is getting all kinds of broken today. Apparently, lead by Cracker. He just needs to connect again. Invis out of Young though. Now Young is the one that pulled the fast one and got away. Normally it was Cracker getting out of there. Anything else? So far, no, but I'm sure we'll see some tomorrow. How you doing, by the way, Elop? And Young trying to make that mage food work as best as humanly possible. Stunner by Kragar. Slowed, but not rooted. Reflect is up. Trying to go for a charge. That is a bleed onto Young, though. Second charge right after. He knows he's got plenty of help to work with. So you might be okay. And Kragar with a fear knows he's going to reposition Young back over next to him. That altar. No, he gets his altar just so he can stay over there. But he doesn't gain the health back. Hold on, Young. That's a bold move. The only way to win that with that strategy is cancel altar, but then now you gotta kill because you took a bit of damage, you didn't recover any of that health, so now you're in a bit of a weird spot. And Kragar can do, if he gets him with a 1-2-1-2, might be light. It's just too many escapes, also being tanky. You're not wrong, mages do have a lot of escapes while also being very tanky. Crazy tanky. A warrior, a full DPS class, getting out healed by a mage. I guess he's also the guy healing of his own, doesn't he? Second wind is an ability either way. The big leap by Kragar is enough though. Oh, an execute. He's got the mage low enough with the executes to do the work. Trying to avoid the meteor. That is still a lot of damage. Picking up a bit of healing from the main pet. Picking up a big heal with the range regen off of that elemental. And Young trying to go for that shifting power while on the move. Rooted. For Kragar getting rooted right now is probably not the worst, because if you can DR on those roots now, that's probably the play. And Young trying to go for a little bit of food of his own right now, yeah? Trying to get out of combat, if possible. Is Kragar still? No longer has the elemental to chase after him. And second wind kicking in. Trying to go for Ring of Frost. Big blink, he knows he can reverse back to it. Blaze Storm after for Kragar. Has to cancel it with a big leap. Leap again. Got himself a bit of damage on the Young. Maybe charge does not get to get out of the way with an invis. That rampage is enough damage though. Hold on a second, charge. Oh, you are basically at no health whatsoever for such a long while. There goes the block. Are we not a shatter gamer? We're not a shatter gamer this time around. I was about to be like, oh, do we have a shatter? No. We wait. We wait. Blink out of the mage. Big fear out of the warrior. Altar is up right now for Young. I think it's altar. Ring of Frost, catch your Kragar. Look, this is your opportunity. Eventually, you're going to be out of cooldowns. You're trying to make the most amount of damage onto Kragar. Kragar does not have a defensive. He just lived all that shatter. Big charge right after. Mage has yet another blink. Does Kragar have a leap to reconnect again? I think Kragar just waiting it out, letting second wind do some work. Big leap. As it's going to be Frozen Orb. Blizzard down. Does Young have an escape? Or if Kragar takes him right now? I think Kragar takes it. Yeah. That was a hard-fought match. Holy hard-fought match. I don't know if anybody on team 2, like, if Skelliger, are you gonna give him like a proper like honor duel? You're a madman. He's giving him a proper chance. 63% dampening. I mean, any other class, he would have been waiting forever for his help out to recover. But look at second wind, dude. It's still kicking in. Man, dude, mage versus warrior. It's a long match. The warrior has to play optimally. You have to have double leap and a charge, and you gotta get around the blink, reverse blink, second blink, altar. That's and then knockback, breath, setup, and set up some more. As Skelliger trying to go for a big hunt, he has to unleash everything he's got in his back pocket. Kragar does have a defensive. He may need to use that really, really early. He cannot let his health drop too low. He just might have to go full ham the entire time. Big offensives. Got himself Avatar. Looking for some big damage on the Skell. Trying to hold on. Big defensive just to keep himself covered. Meta right now for Skell with immunity. He's waiting. He needs a stun or something, anything. Big blade dance. Fear onto Skell. Goes up in the air. Flying up. Skell. Kragar. I don't know if he's going to reflect. Oh, his health got so low. Leaping away. And Skell got himself a little bit of recovery. A little bit of that leash healing. But Kragar second winding it up right now. Right now, Sigil of Fear does hit him. Doesn't do damage though. His second wind still ticking in. Every single second he's out, not taking damage, It is a lot. Big I-beam, but this is going to be a quick stunner. He is in darkness though, so he's able to avoid some of the damage. Big blade dance. Both of them are just sending everything out of wall. See what sticks. And Skell leaping out into a blade storm. Cracker taking it. Does Atherman give him a proper chance, or does he just rush him? I think he does. I think he does. Hey, Kisses, could you be a beauty and give him some healing too? Like, just so we don't have to make our man Ather wait. Ather, he's probably gonna appreciate not having to play around high dampening. So if you want to just like, hit him with a couple of heals there, give him some water. That'd be great. Also, great mog, by the way. I like it a lot. Just whatever it takes to heal faster, because dampening is gonna be pretty high, mighty high, or not. Ather's letting him get a full honor duel though. I love seeing it. Love it. And Kragar, as he just charged in, does get a full stun onto Ather, who tried to go for a quick blind early on, or Serum Glare. That's going to be full wings for Kragar. He doesn't have a defensive. He got to find a way to either stay on top of Ather or leap away. He's going to leap. Ather tried to see if he can position so he can have the range onto Kragar, but now Kragar is forcing him back into the melee range. Quick Fear to follow, trying to avoid the wings. That might be the play. He has to trick it back up. I think he's trying to buy himself time for that enrage regeneration. Right now, he needs to. I don't think he's got another option. Stun onto Ather. Whatever damage you can do is whatever damage you can do. Trinket immediately out of this one. Ather with the shield of edges pops immediately. Has the bubble in case he needs to. Kragar got him some big defenses. All he's got to do is live long enough. He can't escape though. He can't go anywhere. Atherman doesn't have a lot of damage, but Kragar can't heal. That's going to be Serum Glare trying to avoid it. I think he avoided it. I think he was able to successfully avoid it. Leap it away. That is a big hammer. He's got to wait it. He's got to wait it out. That'll get some kind of a stun onto Ather. Reflect up in case it's a Hodge. Stun onto Ather is going to be enough though. Big damage. Avatar. Big execute. Bladestorm not available. Ather with mad damage off the stun. I don't know. That is so rough. That is so rough. Yeah. Dun. It's supposed to be like dun. Or am I thinking about something else? But Don, I know you want to give him honor duel. I think it's going to be a year and a half before he gets a full health, man. I think it's going to be a year and a half before he gets a full health bar. You guys might just have, yeah, even Ather knows, like, yeah, this is going to take forever. At this point, he's got a Spell Warden, and that's about it. At least the DK does do quite a lot of frost damage, so Spell Warden at least gets some dividends for its value. Shield Dividends barely covering Ather. Man, that was a hard-fought match, man. Oh, my goodness. Does Team Kragar need a break, by the way, after that one? Kragar with 3, man. It was such a close match, dude. Kragar showing others to the boss as usual. Kragar is the boss, man. He's the big man of the squad. He's the big man of the duel arena. I mean, it's fantastic. Wait, you can kill the AF mod? Because these guys will always walk by trading posts to buy stuff, and there's an AF mod walking around. I didn't know you can kill that thing. Alliance players, man. Wild. All right, let's get us another one going. Uno mas, boys. Uno mas. Team Kragar. Okay, my stuff reset, but we still can do it. It'll be Team Kragar. Ready? Just double checking. Oh, plush. Yep, plush is ready. Kragar. It'll be Kragar versus Cobra. You have to be spots. Okay. I will. Goops are pretty full right now. Cobra, ready? Cobra would be the other guy that I need to double check with, because it will be Kragar versus Cobra, and then Cobra versus Plush, and Plush versus Kragar again. If we are following by the same order. Готовы, хорошо. Beautiful. Both are ready. Invite spectator match. Cobra. Can't do hashtags for some reason. My fingers are not nimble. Kragar 5. As somebody who plays a rogue, right? You'd be like, oh, dude, that would be the class. If you play, like, if you like rogues, this is literally the class. It's all about nimble fingers, getting into people, rummaging people's pockets. Not me, man. What map do I throw you guys into? I don't want to be Lord Iran. Lord Iran works. Lord Iran works. I was worried for you when I heard it's out to destroy Dalaran. Yeah, it's okay. Kragar lived. It doesn't matter what happens to me as long as Kragar is okay. That's all that matters. Honestly, that was killing me, man. That was a hell of a cinematic, dude. My boy Kragar is back. Oh, no, Khadgar. Close enough. Both names are very, very close to one another. But Khadgar is back, dude. It's okay. Dalaran can be rebuilt. It's okay. From the ashes, it'll rise like a phoenix. You know what I mean? It gets knocked down, but it gets back up again. Never gonna keep him down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. Not oldie. I want to try Radiant Glory's Herald. It looks pretty good. Does it actually? I know that the whole Radiant and Herald is getting buffed up either in the hotfix or in the next patch. I'm not sure, but it seems really, really good. Switch. Got ourselves team 2 with done with kisses. Actually properly get a chance to play Krager on the team. We got ourselves Axelot as well as what's your name? Oh, I don't even know. I'm gonna figure it out later. Kiss is gonna be first up versus Shadowy Duel. Goes in with a quick, is that a gouge get a shot combo? I think it's the classic combo. Mad damage on the kisses. Maybe putting him in a situation where they might want to shrink it. That is a lot of damage. That Stone Bulwark totem is literally the hardest working totem in the history of totems. A Shadowy Duel, try to see if you can back up around. Kisses is going to be full ascend together with a Guardian. Is still getting chased around by the Ghosts, might be enough to keep him in combat. I don't know if Kisses has a root totem. Does have a static totem. Is going to keep the rogue in combat, but the Shadow Melt lets him just escape the chain link fence. Just like that, still holding on to a trinket, so might be okay. Shadow Strike out of the road, getting full dots, pre-walling the damage. So Kiss is just trying to see if he can get ahead of that stun. Does have a root totem, try to go for it, gouge on the Kisses. And Shadowy just waiting on until his wall is down so he can go for a proper kidney. Kisses does have a trinket. Question is, do they send it here? Cheap shot? I don't know if you do. Does end up using trinket. That is a big secret technique with mad damage into more setups, but Shadowy into a trinket of the rogue zone as Kisses goes in for a big tempest and the rogue escapes. He hears lightning, he hears thunder. He did not bring his umbrella for this one. Bails out of there. Quick interrupt onto Kisses. If you can get yourself another tempest proc, that'll be huge because that thing did a lot of damage to the rogue. Might be looking for an escape here. He got Shadow Blades. Potential lots of damage. Big hit shot out of Kisses. Might not live this. I think it's over. Oh, that is just so much damage out of the rogue. They did make shamans tankier, quote unquote, as long as you have an extra button to use. But like the passive tankiness is what I think a lot of enhancement shamans were looking for, right? What is your name? You beautiful. I like that set. I think it's just showing it off right now. What's your name? What is that? VEGEAKS. I don't even know. The warrior. I'll call him the warrior. I just don't know. But the warrior, the slammer jammer himself, cheap shots by the rogue. Evasion, try to see if you can avoid it. I think actually avoided the stun. That or the rogue was DR'd from it into a chain, just ignores it completely. He does get spiked by the spear, but it doesn't even matter. The warrior does leave the rogue bled up a little bit, but I think he might be able to escape it. If the warrior has himself a leap or anything like that, mounting up, has to play it just to do it the old-fashioned way, and the bleeds are gone. Blaze somewhere on the corner, try to see if you catch him. The rogue is nowhere near to be found. Just bails out of there very, very quickly. Man, that is rough. Shadowy, though, does get himself Shadow Blades. Big War Breaker by the warrior. No trinket available, though, so might be in a lot of trouble. Full go by the rogue. Not enough to go. More than enough to kill the warrior. Never mind. I was gonna say maybe not enough, but no, this guy got the procs. Are you a trickster? You gotta be trickster, right? Or are you Deathstalker? I can't even tell. That's the thing. I literally cannot even tell. It is so hard. Normally I would see like a mark above a person's head if there's Deathstalker. But I wonder if it's one of those things like if you're on the same mage as the team, you don't see the meteor like reticle. But when you're on the opposite of the team, you'll always see the meteor reticle. I wonder if it's one of those things like is them trying to clean up how many spells you see on your screen constantly, but it doesn't matter. Don having to go for an IBF, left with half health, and the rogue just goes in, steals a portion of his health bar and just escapes. Man, just doesn't even give him a chance, goes into a big old cubby. 100 to 0 in a stun. Sometimes, man, if the rogue has a perfect setup, if you don't have a trinket, if you got a good go, yeah, this is honestly an improvement compared to where rogues were on the beta. I don't really know rogues should be able to 100 out somebody just like that, unless you have like a trinket or not, because it's like, okay, well, you just open her, the trinket, you reset, come back when cooldowns are back. You know what I mean? That's a little much. Full stun? Wait, I don't think the DK even has a chance. Yeah, you don't have a chance to respond. I think he's a trickster. Oh, he's a trickster. Seeing that hidden blade animation, you can tell he's a trickster. Axelot gonna be up next with a shadowy duel. Succubus CC onto the rogue. Does get to break it, almost getting a full interrupt on the Cannonbolt. And Axelot trying to make sure he doesn't get kicked on his bolt. Got himself a bit of damage onto the rogue. Quick trinket with a blind as he's looking for an escape. As a bolt connects either way though, is the Succubus chasing? She's trying to. That Inferno is also trying to. They're both going for a run, but the rogue with that sprint able to break out of there scot-free. Did someone break out of stealth for a second? It looked like he popped out of stealth for a second. Axelot though, not in a great spot. Actually, do you have a trinket or is it just like a UI thing? If you don't have a trinket, I think you might be done. Potentially. That is going to be a wall to maybe give himself a bit of defense. He does go for Shadowy Duel to make sure that the Succubus cannot connect. For some reason, I don't know how you caught him, but for some reason, whenever you go for a Shadowy Duel, the pets can't CC the rogue in the duel. So like Succubus actually cannot CC you at all. Does go for the Mortal Coil into a Succubus CC. Fear to chain off of that. Why is pelting him? Looking for a bolt. Trying to get himself a big demon. Cloak Shot is out of the rogue as the Piddler trying to make some kind of a play. He realized the Piddler is going to do a lot of damage. Ruination onto the rogue does a ton. I think that cloak wore off just at the last moment. Evasion up for the rogue to try to avoid some of that Succubus damage. This is where Axelot needs some kind of a CC. Anything. Something. Cataclysm. As the gouge comes out. Kiddo shot to follow. Succubus catches him. Good trade for CC, but you gotta have something to follow up here. Fear, that's huge. The rogue does not have advantage for a second. If you can get some kind of a go right now within 7 seconds, you might be okay. As long as you don't get interrupted, you might be alright. Kick, Chaos Bolt to the face. Hold on, vanish available for the rogue. Intro Mortal Coil, might not be enough. Cheat death last second. He has a vanish. He has a vanish. Oh! The rogue stayed in. You know what? I think that... I can't blame that rogue for being like, you know what, I could probably win this. I just need to have enough damage. That or maybe a panic. I would be in that same situation too. I totally understand that boat, dude. I'm the captain of that boat, honestly. Ship captain of that panicked and battered boat. Stunned by Cobra. I don't know if he can do anything. The Axelot just get it absolutely... No, he picked up a little bit of health though. Wait a second. Picking up a bit of health, reflect, Mortal Coil, but it's not his Mortal Coil. It's Cobra sending a Mortal Coil back at himself. So Axelot could go for another Mortal Coil, dropping in more demons. I don't know if you live that. Yeah, it's just too much damage at that point. Way too much. And Krager, after carrying his team last match, really taking him across the finish line as best as he humanly can. Now he's got to go another round versus these casters and rogues at a high dampening, no less. So he's not in a great spot whatsoever. It's a perfect test of his prowess right now. Trying to make sure he's paying attention to the Succubus as well as the Warlock. Wall out for Cobra. Got himself a big gateway. Leap by the Warrior. Maybe Cobra can go for another port. Trying to see if he can maybe get himself in a position. Succubus is going to cash Krager. Does have a trinket for it. Big executes with Mortal Coil immediately. Chaos Bolt 1. Got himself a bit of health to work with. Kragar, if he doesn't have a reflect for those bolts, there's just not much he can really do about it. Stone Bolt onto Cobra. At some point, that shield is going to fall off. And for Kragar, if he just has enough health, enough damage, he might be okay. Reflect. It does not reflect the Chaos Bolt, but it gives him just enough DR in order to live that. That was amazing. Does triple poly. Give Kragar a chance here. Looks like he's rushing at him with a quick breath immediately. Not going to give him a chance. Ring of Frost knocks him way out there. Krager has potential looking at that defensive, trying to see if he can stun him. Maybe a Blaze Storm. Got him some big heal. May not be enough. That is full defenses. That's the most defense he could do. He literally can't do more than that. He knows there's going to be a altar right now for triple poly any moment. Just kind of trying to hang out where the altar would be. Unless he canceled that altar. Might have canceled that altar. No, there goes the altar. As he goes in for a frost bomb, another setup, Nova out. I don't know if there's any way for you to live this. He charges in, but the mages can't catch him, man. They're way too slippery. Shadowy Duel picking up 3. Oh, that was such a close match, though, man. That was so good. So good. Maybe he didn't vanish because, like, even if he vanishes, there's just nothing you could do. But maybe panic. I have no idea. Man, that is rough. Let's see if we can get ourselves another one going. So Team Krager, let them take a break. We'll do Cobra versus Plush next. Is there slots? I could ask, man. Team Plush and Team Plush is ready. Beautiful. Gotowe. Okay, they're also ready. We don't have slots. We got these games happening back to back to back. Okay, so Cobra. Look at these guys going really quickly while Cobra refills. Plush 5. What are we doing? Another grand maybe? Blades Edge. I'll throw you guys in a didn't work. Blades Edge didn't work. Blades. Oh, I messed up team. No, I didn't. Did I mess up somewhere? Hold on, I might have. Oh, I did. No, working request failed. Both of you are online, right? Okay. Cobre. Plush 5 blades 1. Okay, work now. Готовы новые люди. Okay. Let me write to him. Okay. Твоя команда следующей duel. Okay, let him know right now. Cobre versus Plush. I didn't win. Okay, here we go. Beautiful. Yeah, we got a lot of people queuing today, so I do want to give you guys like a spot. Potentially, they're constantly throwing the teams under Molten Core. So if you are trying to look for groups, check out Molten Core as soon as the match ends, because usually somebody looking for more bodies to fill. That's that's all I can say, man. I'm just keeping the train rolling here as best as I can. Sorry, bad. I'm not trying to like ignore you or anything through Twitch. These games are just happening so quickly. We got 3 teams. I'm not trying to make them wait at all. Trust. We got Shadowy Duel over for the team 1 versus Young Jay over for the team 2. We got ourselves Scalagar, we got ourselves Plush, we got ourselves Atho, the boy, and Alistair, the second boy. With Young getting stunned up immediately, playing around the blinks, so he should be able to get out of CC very quickly. But Shadowy Duel is very careful with crowd control. He just makes sure to chain either Cheap Shot or Gouch. Let me catch a quick reset, get some cooldowns back in. Playing it very classic to the road gameplay. Over on the team, we got ourselves Tom at the Menace, we got Poly Cobre, as well as Yasha. Yasha, I like him Mog, by the way. I don't see a lot of rogues running that set. Plus the Tabard, mwah, fantastic. Stunner by, or at least attempt to stunner by Shadowy. Got plenty of damage on the Young man. Super low on health, got himself an Invis. As the rogue immediately charges him. Ice block right after it as rogue cloaks, so there was just no way for the mage to respond, forcing him into a cloak. He's sending a defensive to force a defensive out of Young. That is a hell of a move. Immediate gouge, immaculate gouge into a reset. Cheap Shot blink by the mage into a kidney trinket to follow right after. Young got himself a little bit of health to work with, and Shadowy ass is dropping onto the pillar. Goes in for a blind. This guy, man, this big old ogre is like, as soon as he sees a rogue vanish, he's like, you bore me. Yeah, so it happens all the time. As an outlaw rogue, I literally have to use vanish to go and do damage, and every time I'm like popping my cooldowns, he yells at me, you bore me. I'm like, what? I'm literally using my cooldowns, my mans. Oh, blind breath out of the mage. The rogue has no escapes. This is gonna stun him. Holy, hold on a second. Mad damage on the mage. The rogue does himself advantage. Just goes for Sippy Cup. Wait, that Sippy Cup is the hardest working Sippy Cup in the world. There's still plenty of Brox. Oh, his health. He's still not vanishing. I just don't understand why. Cheat death. He literally waited until cheat death to vanish. And he's still not out of the woods. He's still not out of the scot-free. Hold on a second. Oh my god, that is a lot of damage. Mages, man. Mages. I think he got caught out with a dot. That, or I think a living bomb kept him out in the open. And that's another rogue. And Yasha off of the Shadowy Duel. That's potentially a second block right now for Young Jay. He might have to play, just literally send a block per rogue. How many blocks per rogues a minute can you get? Especially if you can get if you can get a Cloak of Shadows out of the rogue and then block, that will put him ahead. But now the rogue has a bit of a chess move right now where he has a cooldown that Young does not have an answer for. So it's going to be interesting. He got plenty of health. If he can get himself another setup, technically no trinket out of the rogue. So if you can get a proper CC setup, force a cloak out of him, also right now for Young is going to give him a bit of health to work with. At least he's trying to keep the rogue in those blizzards, in the AoE. He's trying to keep him slowed as best as possible, but still taking so much damage right to the face. And it's going to be quick breath. Ring of Frost. The rogue has no escape for this one. Potentially Big Shatter. Trying to stun him. He can't cloak it. Oh, wait a second. Oh no! For some reason, I thought the rogue would be able to cloak that stun, but no, he can't. It's a proper stun. He just took him out. Just took him out back. Holy! For some reason, I was convinced that you could cloak that stunner. Like, I thought it would be like a root that slowly builds into a stun, but no, he actually gave him no breathing room. Immediate breath, right? You disoriented, freeze, no DR on that one, into a full stun. As he's setting up those abilities that have a delay, so as you get stunned, everything crashes on you. You're stunned and are frozen, treated as frozen, so full shatter bonuses there are active. Mortal sent in by Cobra, goes in for a trinket versus Young with a succubus CC, gets a quick interrupt on a fire, but not quite a interrupt on anything else, trying to see if he can avoid that big old meteor. Young, I don't know what kind of situation he's in versus Cobra. Against rogues, I thought like, okay, first rogue, maybe he can win. Second rogue, probably not winning, but then he just turned it around. Infernal Bolt, you're switching it up, aren't you? You're playing the Diabolus, aren't you? I am interested. Color me surprised, color me impressed. It's gonna be full stun versus Cobra. He has a wall and everything available. He's just trying to take up this damage. Young cannot puncture past those defenses. And that's as he's trying to get off the edge of the bridge. That's gonna be Succubus catching him. Quick shield. That is gonna be lots of damage out of that demon and the ruination altogether. Holy! He just used one good hit. One more hit. One more hit. He's trying to get a one more cast in there. There he goes. Shadow Fury Conflagration, both of those would have done the job too. Who's up next? Is it Atha? It is my boy Atha. Finally, Atha does not need to play into like higher dampening. 22% is still pretty up there, but at least it's better than like what you played with so far. Succubus CC doesn't sit long at all. Atha able to cleave down through Cobra, stunning all of these pets, even that little imp that's sitting him in the back. Full dots on the Cobra. If he can stay next to Cobra the entire time, that dot damage onto Cobra, that is doing a number. He's actually taking quite a bit of dot damage. We thought Paladins would be a dot-based class, right? Literally got like a holy bleed on the guy. Mortal Cold trades on the wall, which or a Hodge, which is perfect. Succubus CC setting up a Chaos Bolt. Athaman not out of the woods just yet. Goes in for a full magic immunity as the Chaos Mother joins right in. And Cobra looking for a port potentially. Yeah, get himself the port. He just needs to wait out the immunity long enough. He needs another lockdown onto Atho. I don't know if he'll be able to win this without a proper clean lockdown. So that means for Atho, he's racing against him. Quick interrupt on the Succubus. That's so perfect. Cobra has no health whatsoever. Dotted up. Blinded on the Succubus. Fear to follow. He's got nothing left. Chaos Bolt. Oh! That was so close. That was way too close for comfort. And Toma does not want to give Atho a chance here at all. Just gonna pierce him real quickly. My God, spiking the boy up. As Alistair is gonna be up next. A bit of a rematch between the two. This time, Frost for Frost. Last time, I thought Alistair was gonna play Frost last time, but it was actually Unholy. This time, a proper Frost versus Frost. Who wins, man? The Death Knight or the Mage? I think the answer might be obvious. Who knows though? Are you playing the Deathbringer? You might be playing Deathbringer. Panda Racial by Tama. Trying to go for a full setup, but Alistair does get a proper stun in there. Looking for a grip. Tama cannot respond right now. That is going to be Alistair trying to see if he can wrap up some damage. But he's just left out in the open, frozen in place. Got himself a little bit of help to work with over the death pack, hoping to avoid all of that fiery damage as a Frostfire, Frost Mages. It's just a lot, man. It's just a lot to deal with. Got himself full shifted power to get cooldowns back. Alistair still has himself the death pack. AMS potentially could give him a breakaway here. He got a full slow, grippy hand available. That's going to be knocked back by Tama. You need to get a stun on the guy at some point. That's the only way to really lock him down. But with the ice form, making him immune to stuns. That's rough. Full shatter bonus for... Oh! The Meteor. Who thought Meteor on a Frost Mage was going to be a good idea? Meteor that hits already as hard as it does for fire. But then you give it to Frost and add a shatter bonus on top of it, which makes it hit even harder. Or more likely to crit. But basically like a Meteor with combust. Almost a guaranteed crit. As Tama tried to see if he could plink away at Skell. Got him something immune to stuns for a second. Skell just needs to wait out for the ice form. And now he should be able to go in and get some stuns in. Tama has an ice block. If he can stun him and then layer all those Demon Hunter abilities on top of it, you'll be golden. Big hunt to open up. As long as you don't get hit with a breath, I think you definitely have to get a stun so you don't get breath or anything. Knocked back by the mage. He's able to reconnect and reposition. And it's going to be a quick setup shatter. It's going to be a fear by Skell. At least avoiding that shatter bonus from the frost bomb. Trying to see if he closes the gap. I don't think that stun worked though. I-beam got himself the big abyssal damage. That's going to be lots of fell, what's it called? Fell scar demon burst, I think it's called. He's hanging out by the image where he knows Tom is going to reappear again. But another breath, another soul immunity, full shatter combo. Skell might be in a bad spot. Oh, he got himself a what is it? Eventual retreat, a backflip. I don't know if he's got the backflip to immune CC and the damage reduction. Maybe, I don't think it matters. The Tama just needs to get a couple of shatters there. That is so rough, man. That is really rough. Meteor and Frost is too epic. It is awesome. I love what they've done with the Frostfire. Like, just the basics. I love what they've done with Frostfire Mage. How they're melding those abilities together. But in PvP, man, like watching somebody get Meteor down on a Frost Mage. Look, Fire at the very least has to get set up with a breath, poly, and like they can't really slow you well to land a Meteor. But Frost can just root you in place and drop a Meteor on your head. Right? Like it takes the weakness of running Meteor or Fire and removes it out of the picture. It's kind of wild. This is going to be a shift of power for Tama. Flush, too close. He's going to get caught out. He knows he needs to get in there, but a breath immediately catches him. Frostbomb right after. Are we going to see another Mage RKO versus Rogue? He's got himself full shatters. Big Meteor doesn't even go in for like a big setup. Just sets up a flurry to get that shatter bonus onto Plush and not going to go for full Novas or anything. You just gotta let that damage happen from Rage, getting the block out of the guy really early on though, but also getting the cloak out of the Rogue with a vanish. No more vanishes. He's got no more melts. Maybe a trinket blind. Potentially could get himself a reset. Tama does go for an invis. He has an image next to him. So Plush, I think more or less knows exactly where he's at, but he needs to take a seat back. He needs to take a back step. He needs to recover, reassert himself, figure out what his cooldowns are. I think he does need to make sure he doesn't get caught either. Because Tama picking up the eye right now. If he catches you, not going to be in a great spot. Not corner, not amazing. Blizzard, he sees exactly where you are. Exactly. Like, this is one of those, like, okay, if I'm going to move, I need to be quick. Blinks and just right next to you. Playing Shimmer in particular, he can just blink immediately, hit you with a breath. So there are advantages to playing Shimmer. And now that the water Ellie's on you, Frozen Orb does not quite hit you, I don't think. But that Flurry does that. Okay, that didn't hit as hard as I thought. Frostfire Bolt normally, especially if it's a proc instacast Frostfire Bolt, usually hits pretty hard. You're kind of sap off that? I'm surprised because normally Frostfire Bolt puts a dot on you. So I thought that you would be in combat for a good bit. But I guess not. Maybe it's very, very short-lived for like Frost Mage in particular. Got himself a proper go. Immediate breath out of Tama though with a trinket, full poly, and Tama can actually get Plush in a good spot. He still can't vanish. Oh, he got a cloak back up. So actually, as long as he's got a cloak or a vanish, he can always escape and mages go. Tama does not play around that AoE stun with Snowdrift, so you can't lock him down perfectly without a trinket. He can still do a lot of damage, but he can't lock him down. So maybe for Plush, there's a chance here, potentially. Blizzard down, sees him, catches him immediately. Breath or no, Kona Cold next to him. Got himself full ice form. You can't even stun the guy. Poly right after. He has a cloak of shadow, so he might be okay. Unless he just gets hit with the biggest crit possible. Cloak of Shadows immediately for that Meteor. Does go for the meld. Maybe the meld is a little too aggressive. I would have maybe saved that meld for later. Because you had a cloak. Maybe if you have sprint or something, get behind the pillar, catch a natty reset, and then use a meld for later. Because you're running out of options. He got a blind back up. So as long as he has something to answer to Tama, he might be alright. I do think this duel right now is skewed towards the mage. But I'll be happy to be proven wrong. If Plush can find a way out of this one and scrape together a victory. That's going to be Tama backing up for just a second. Quick sap. Shadow Blades. Krager's waiting for this for a while, huh? Krager's waiting for a while. Panda Racial. Full poly. Big setup potential. Tama going in for the massive shatter. Plush does have advantage back up. Using advantage. Getting super aggressive with advantage. Trying to see if he can make some kind of a play. That is full stun immunity for Tama though. He's going to be able to reappear back on the bridge. Plus with the blind. Is the pet around? No, the water elemental looks like it's gone, but he doesn't go far enough. Hold on a second. Oh, I was going to say maybe Shimmer. Shimmer Nova is what I was expecting there. Does Plush get hit? Plush gets clipped and he gets to slow with the guy immediately. That's going to be a cheap shot. Hold on a moment. He's not out of the woods. He's still slowed. Tama casts Shimmers. Oh, he doesn't catch him though. No, he doesn't catch him. Okay, this is going to be rough, man. No 110 testing begins. It's actually out right now, Sully. You would need to check out which version of PTR you have. It'll be called like PTR 11.0, not 11.02. It's called 11.0, but it's actually for 11.05. I'll show you exactly where to find it in just a second. But it's up right now, so if you want to go test your class, it's up. Although careful with taking portals. Apparently there's some issues with taking portals. Gonna be Tama, Trinket with the poly, does have himself sun immunity, plus with the Cloak of Shadows staying super aggressive, 20 seconds on advantage, so he doesn't have an escape. He either needs to commit or needs to play it super carefully. Does get himself a bit of CC onto Tama. He's gonna be able to reposition again. I think he's trying to see if he can play the long game. He needs that vanish at this point. But also needs to make sure Tama does not go for any food. That's gonna be a block. Tama with a poly, try to see if he can reposition, plus try to see if he can get on top of him. He couldn't. Vanish is back up unavailable for the rogue, so he's got an escape. Oh man, the duel right now, it's just down to cooldowns. Right now it is all literally down to cooldowns. And Thomas sitting down for food. Plush, he's got a blind back up with Dad, so maybe he just goes in. Maybe just because he's got to whittle out cooldowns for Tama as well. I feel like eventually he does end up potentially losing because I don't know. I think Tama can literally 100 to 0 him. Ice blocks that into a breath immediately. He has no outs. As long as you're far enough away and don't get blinded, he has no outs. Especially if you Nova him. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Shatter, block, I mean, that doesn't do a lot. That's a frozen orb on top of you. Does go in for the step, blind. But you still don't have it out. You still don't have it out. He's trying to chase after you. If you got a Shimmer, Nova around the corner, it does put you back into combat. He doesn't even just slow you down, just need to put you in combat. Do you have a stun right now? He doesn't go for the stun if he has one. Into more flurries, just try to stay on top of the rogue. Panda racial? He has no outs. I think Tama takes it. Hold on a moment. Unless Plush doesn't. He's got nothing. He's got you death. Yeah. Oh. That is such a hard fought battle, man. But Tama was not going to go away until he got 4 kills there. He was not going to give up until he's got a 4th one. He's like, you know what? I'm going to play it out with your rogue. We're going to play a long game here, but I'm going to get my 4th one real quick. Let's get another one going. My God, that was a long one. Holy. Okay, try command. Crap, I can't do it. Ready? Ready? Okay, I'm gonna write to Krager real quick. Krager should hopefully be ready. Plush need one more. Okay, cool. It's gonna be Plush and. All right, we got a spot. Plush, link your group or post your group in Molten Core. Under Raid's Legacy Molten Core. If you link it there as on the 5V5 1v1 Duels, it should be able to get you guys a +1 pretty easily. Anybody want to join? Plush got a spot. So if you want to join now, he's got to list it over in Molten Core. And if you can call it like 5V5 1v1 Duels or something, that works too. Okay, cool. TK, my man! Thank you for being a member. Appreciate you, my guy. Yo, have fun with the, can we get a hashtag TK? 1, 2. We have emotes in the chat. Spam them as much as you want to. Literally go mayhem. 3. If you connect your YouTube account with our Discord channel, link, Nightbot posts it constantly, but link in the description of every single video and live stream. But Nightbot has it right there on the chat too. Join it. Connect your account. You got a special role. I don't control the roles. Discord auto assigns them. But if you connect your account that you became a member on, you got a special role. I appreciate you, buddy. Hope you enjoy the content. Ready. Okay, cool. We're ready. It's gonna be Plush. I can do Kragar, Plush, 5, Nagrand. We're gonna go back to Nagrand. Going back to the good old Nagrand, boys. Where it all began. We got us a couple more going though. So don't worry. We're gonna keep playing for at least I don't know, 30 more minutes or something. Yes, it's okay. Okay. Your team next. I would respond to Cobra. I would respond to you in Russian. It's much easier for me to do it quick English, right? But твоя команда следующая. I think he's in chat though, so if you can hear me, that'll work too. Hell yeah, TK, thanks so much, man. I can join. Marcus, more than welcome to Koopa. Koopa, you're more than welcome to, man. Hey. Frost shouldn't have a slow talent, which Blizzard thinking. Shouldn't have a slow as a talent. Wait, do they have the talent, like the ability to like slow? Is that a thing still? I thought they removed it. Huh. Interesting. Huh, okay, I'll need to take a look at it again. Alrighty. We got ourselves a groups. So Twitch, Team Kraga got some new homies, some new fresh blood. Who is this tournament? Is it gonna be? Is the warrior? I don't know how to say his name, but it's the warrior. We got ourselves Axelot. We got ourselves Advo. We got ourselves Elban. Eblan. I don't even know how to say it. I don't even know what the Axels do. Axelot gonna be first up versus Plush. Plush wants to see if he can get back in. Last duel versus the mage did not go in his favor. He needs to get a bit of a redemption against the caster class. And Axelot immediately. How are you dropping in your Pit Lord insta? Pit Lord? Insta Pit Lord. I thought I was supposed to go with Overlord, then Shivara or Chaos Mother, and then Pit Lord. Now there goes the Overlord with a big old hefty cleave, Mortical, Sentinel, and Axelot as Plush goes in for Shadowy Duel. That's where the Succubus cannot CC him right now. Succubus can't do anything while you're in mid Shadowy Duel. A Plush with the Cloak of Shadows and an evasion, trying to make sure he's just getting out of this scot-free. Axelot burning in a portal. He doesn't go for the trinket there, but he's still in a great spot, and Plush has plenty of health to work with. He is out of vanishes, however. Or, no, yeah, 0 vanishes, so he's got not a lot of tools to escape. Shadow Meld, maybe, Kidney Shot, but the Succubus catches you every time. That's the worst part about playing against a Warlock is you know that whatever CC you do as a rogue, there's always going to be a Succubus waiting for you. So you either find the Succubus and then CC it, or at least keep it next to you so you can kick it, or you just got to get the opener. I think at this point you don't even go for a stun and save it for later. Blind onto Axelot. That Shivara, that Chaos Mother does a lot of damage. She burns. This Plush still taking lots of fire damage. Chaos Mode off the Mortar Coil. It is going to be Scott. Oh, cheat death on top of it. Oh my god, is there even a chance? And the Pit Lord around the corner. He's stunned. Literally summons a Pit Lord while stunned, and that thing just beams down the rogue. You're literally playing a 1v4. It's Axelot, Overfiend, Overlord, Chaos Mother, which is a big Shivara lady, and then a Pit Lord, or at least a portion of him. So it's like 3.5, because it's only half a Pit Lord, right? That thing is so big, he only got his upper body. He can't get his legs through the portal. Oh man, it's like not a 1v1. Oh, I guess you should also count the Succubus, so it's like 4.5 versus 1. To be honest, Axelot trying to go for Mortical, Trinket out of Young, trying to see if he can set up his breath into a full stunner. Trinket out of Axelot, does have himself the Chaos Mother joining in, doing quite a lot of damage. Big Meteor coming down, but Young, Jay's health is not doing good. Trying to go for a spike, Axelot porting out of there, trying to make sure he got himself the good positionals versus Young, trying to see if he can get ahead of the mage. Reflect up for a second, Young. Gotta be very, very careful trying to spell steal that effect if possible, and trying to see if he can just get away from Axelot. He's going in for a block. I don't think he was trusting himself to live that. I think he was like, you know what? I need to block right now. I'm not feeling that good. Or maybe he saw the Chaos Bolt and he thought, okay, if that connects, I'm dead. So block it right now. Better to block than not block at all. And that's going to be a Pit Lord joins right in. That thing just crashing down, beaming down for the full ruination. Granted Axelot like a giga version of Chaos Bolt. Another bolt right after. That's going to be the perfect ultra for Young to get some health back. But that's going to be another OFE demon just bolting you from around the corner. That thing is brutal. All that ultra time health you just regained interrupted after by the pet. You're not in a good spot. Charging in as Orpheus looking for a cleave. And that's a block. That's a block, baby. You have to. This man is also getting to experience what the rogue got to experience. He's not fighting this Warlock on his own. That Orpheus, that Chaos Mother, that Pit Lord, all those demons add extra damage. They basically are an extra character. They do so much. Look at the damage that Chaos Mother's doing. The Warlock is CC'd and Young is just dying. The Warlock is under CC that entire go, and Young is just melting right before our eyes like a snowman. My goodness. And Axelot trying to see if he can get some damage, just know it out. That's all he can do. Young charging in. He's trying to make a break for it. At least trying to see if he can get himself at least a real position behind the other side of the pillar. But he can't get himself a breather at all. That's going to be reflect up for Axelot. And Young getting chased around by that fell puppy. At the very best he can do right now is just avoid line of sight of Axelot. If he can't see you, you can't see him. Or if you can't see him, he can't see you. The other way is kind of dumb though, isn't it? But as long as he doesn't see you, he can't spend those soul shards. Or I guess he can, because Rain of Fire. But at least he can like send them into Chaos Bolts and then summon more demons, right? That's what you're really trying to stop here as best as possible. Avoiding the pet, full stun onto Axelot. As long as you don't go for a cast, you can go for big damage. Does get the pet stun, but that's going to be wall with a shield for Axelot. Takes 0 damage. That was Young's biggest go, and it took 0. None. nil, nada, zip, pupkas, literally no damage. And that's gonna be a big old Bidlord, but Bidlord can't hit you that far away. He's not really mobile. That is a big old, big guy who joined in though. Young, at no help whatsoever. Too young. He died way too young, unless you can somehow escape it. I don't know if you can though. Yeah. Or if you just charge around the corner and just... Like, literally, Orifine just charged around, killed you, while Axel is just going on a stroll trying to even find you. like what? What? Marticol with appeared to fall as Athaman, just getting put out in the back with another Chaos Mother joins in. He does have himself the immunity to magic damage though. And Axel having to reposition here. Got himself a good port to at least stay away from Athel. Stun, cannot escape it. Does have himself at least a shield at the very best of it. And managed to switch out the bets. Because I don't know, I mean, maybe that Demon Doggo is going to be good, but I think Succubus will be even better. Trying to go for a kick, getting interrupted. At the very least, he's got some damage. And maybe he can go for Shadow Fury. Athel could be in a bad spot. He doesn't have immunity. Bolt, second bolt into his shield. The man is barely in the health. Hold on a second. Athaman, he's got, oh. You blink and you miss it. You blink and you miss it. Rekvir, I think it's her name. Is gonna be up next. They're brutal. They are brutal. Dear God, these warlocks are gods now. Not the warlocks, man. It's the demons they summon. It's the demons, man. It's the demons. You gotta get an exorcist against these things, man. What is the Shadow Priest doing? Against a holy priest? No, actually, we had an exorcist. His name was Athaman. He's as close to a priesty man as you can get. He's a holy man. Try to cleanse the world of these gods unwanted creatures, aka the demons. Is going to be reflective for Axel, still eating a meteor though, trying to avoid the snowdrift, and Rekvir trying to keep the pressure, trying to stay on him as best as possible. He's got the instant cast. Demons are getting summoned in, doesn't have an intro for Rare Frost. It's a lot of damage to Axelot. Trying to go for a meld real quickly. Mortical is back up and available, gives him just a bit of health to work with. Got himself a Warlock Hellstone too, into an Infernal Bolt, trying to set it up, but also does not want to get interrupted. So he's being very, very careful with his cast. He has a kick available for his Demon Doggo. If Rekvir goes for a full cast, maybe he can interrupt it. He got a big demon. Glacier Spike. Oh! Ice Block. Board. He got him. He's got him with a Frozen Bomb. He left him with a Frozen Bomb, so at that point, like, he just doesn't survive it. There's just no shot. Rekvir does take him down. That was incredible. I honestly thought he was going to be able to run away scot-free, catching all the dubs. Rekvir left with nothing, though. Can't even block, I don't think. Might not be able to block, yeah. He had to literally save that block up until last second. And not enough time went by where he's, what's it called? Hyperthermia of debuff doesn't go away. He literally cannot press block again. Even if he got cold snap, he literally can't do anything about that. Gonna be a full stun onto Krager though, as Alistair trying to see if he can take him down, trying to shatter this man down to bits. Big size coming through. Mad cleans, but Krager does it up, holding on strong. Big on rage, literally using his rage to survive every single shattering strike out of Alistair. He goes in for an IBF, but knows he can't really win the fight as it stands right now. Needs himself a little bit of cover. Big size, getting the procs though, might be enough. I think at some point he might just have to get a stun to Krager. Big grippy hand, but he keeps him in a Blade Storm, and Krager builds up enough damage for a big old execute. My God. Axelot only 2? Hold on, did Axelot only get 2? He's got Athel. He's got Young. He got Plus though, right? I'm not even sure. I think he got... I need to double check. It looked like he got 3, but I'm not sure. GG. That was definitely a good game. That was a hell of a game to watch. That was amazing to watch. That was so fun. Let's get ourselves another one. Krager looks like he's reshaping the team up a little bit. Ready? Because it's going to be Team Krager versus Team Cobre. And then we'll do back to Cobre and Plush. And by then it's going to be 6 PM. And then maybe that's where we're going to be calling it potentially. It all depends, right? It all depends. Moving these duels a little bit earlier. I do like it though. I do like it a lot. This is really, really fun. I'm enjoying this a lot. What did Plush say? Plush is ready. Awesome. Скажи, когда ready. Скажи, когда ready. Okay. I'll ask Krager really quickly. Let me know when he is ready. Okay, cool. He's ready. Готовы. Хорошо. Plush. No, we need Cobre. Hashtag 21700. 5. Tiger's Peak. We haven't done a Tiger's Peak, so I guess we'll do a Tiger's Peak real quick. Then Plush, your team is going to be up next. I can promise you that. At the very minimum, we'll get Plush and Cobre, and we'll see how the groups are. If you guys are still lively and healthy, at some point I will have to go get something to eat because I am getting really, really hungry. I woke up early, as I've been for a couple of days now. You showed us? Okay, one more time. Not Tiger's Peak, then we can do Tigers. We have to do a hook point, I think. Okay. Okay. Мне нужно хотел Тай пик, но не мог, если duel bug. I'm trying to tell him like I wanted to do Tiger's Peak. I'll call it Tiger, which is the name for tiger, and then Peak. I have no idea, so I just wrote P-I-K. See, okay, dope. Alrighty. This song just like drums and goes on and on and on and on, and that's where I feel like my brain is at right now. It's just like it's just going. I don't get a second to like think about anything. Which one spot for next? Okay, so group is going to be listed in Molten Core if you guys want to join the Team Plush. 700k damage instant cast, brutal. Who's going to be first? Is it going to be the warrior? I don't know how to. This man wore his best undies for this one. He's got a shoulder, he's got a belt, his best undies, and he was like, I'm ready to go. I don't know what your name is, so I'm just gonna call you the warrior versus ONYXIA. He's got himself evasion falling off, Shadow Blazer reversal onto the warrior, potentially big damage, playing a little bit of a fiddle there right now. Maybe it's enough damage right now. Parry up for the warrior, just trying to see if he can stay on him as best as possible, but the rogue not willing to fight him right now, especially in the face of the parry. He's just getting, his dagger strikes just keep going clink, just getting parried back over to the side. He doesn't want to fight it right now. I do wonder how, because we normally see, at least as of the War Within, we see a lot of Fury Warriors dueling. I do want to see if Arms even has a chance anymore. Where's Talaran when we need him? That man plays Arms no matter the situation. Big spear down onto ONYXIA. He could break out of it. He's not even chained. Did he like the spear not work anymore? I feel like he just speared right at the rogue and it didn't chain him. Huh. Or can you like randomly dodge it? I think he was stunned too when he speared him. Didn't he kid shot onto the warrior? I don't know if there's anything he can do right now. He's held desperately low. Goes in for a stun, but a DR onto the rogue and he just goes in. Secret technique runs past him and just skulks out of there. Ma'am, Ablon, I'm gonna mess up your name. I'm telling you right now. Are those gloves you're wearing? Or is that just your hands? They're just so pale. I think those are his hands. But it's almost like white gloves. Goes in for a big leg sweep. Mad damage. Big Celestial. Is that enough though? Into big damage onto ONYXIA. Not proccing to Sheet Death is able to reverse a big stuns back to back versus the Monk. And Monk is actually on the defensive, having to go for Fort Brew, looking for a bit of a healing, trying to get a Vivify's back to back. Could get potentially interrupted. I think that's what he's trying to do, is maybe get a kick out of ONYXIA. He got himself Zuem. Potentially a big proc, big kicks. ONYXIA got plenty of mobility though, can escape from veering behind the pillar, avoiding him gouge onto Zuen. He just needs a couple of calm points for a stun. Alblen not gonna be seeing a leg sweep for a while, so he's actually under a bit of pressure. He has a trinket, he has defenses. First aid, by the way, look at that healing. Oh dude, buy first aid bandages. That healing is huge. Bro, that healing is so good. That is such, dude, buy bandages right now if you're gonna be PvPing. That healing is nuts. Every class could do that. Remember the original bandages that they had for like years? They barely healed for anything. Those are so good. You can just buy them on the auction house. Holy, if somebody can link what they are on the Discord or something, I'll pin them just for that. Holy, that's so good. ONYXIA avoiding the images. Leg sweep does not get locked down for too long there at all. Either he avoided it, or Alblen used it and just didn't really do enough damage. I I would just marvel in the bandages that entire time. Eliasha still going in for Shadow Strikes just to keep rebarking Elblin. Maybe potentially big damage. He just needs to build for a full 7 comp point eviscerate. If he gets himself full 7 comp points for an eviscerate, he's going to be huge. He's actually waiting for him to pour back in. Cheap shot, Karma, and Eliasha just trying to see if he can get out of there. Damage to follow. He's going to chase though. Celestial Conduit making a pretty good guess of where the rogue may be. He still has a Karma on him, but he mounts up, trying to see if he can stay ahead of the monk as best as humanly possible. Sap right around the corner. Something keeps him dotted up though. Something keeps him back in combat. Goes in for a strike just to remark Elblin. Enough for him to build comp points. Is this going to be enough? Is this going to be the go? He's got himself the marks. He needs to go for a full eviscerate. He got himself a crit eviscerate. It is not enough to take down Elblin. He got himself a 4 brew just to keep himself barely alive, hoping to catch back up to the rogue. The rogue still has a trinket. Incap broke. Summon broke it, but then he goes in for a blind immediate reversal. I was thinking maybe it would have been like a... What a sap. What a sap. I guess the one still gets a down until Nyasha so you can catch a proper reset, but what a sap. Cheap shots back to back. Elblin may be in a lot of trouble. He technically has like 1 more defensive, which is a diffuse magic. So maybe can diffuse some of that shadow damage, but... Oi. Oi, 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 oi. It's just so rough. The rogue, man. The rogue. And he avoided Advo completely. That was an axe toss and he just ignored it. What was that? Was that just like a vanish at the perfect timing, or was it like a meld? Because I saw an axe toss flying at the guy. Just didn't do anything. And the Asha is absolutely monstrous right now. He got himself Gloomhounds. All these pets joins in. He's just out here. What is he doing? Is that the whistle? Is that what keeps making the noise? Stuns on the pets? At the very least, he could stay still and hopefully wait out until all the demons are gone. Or Advo at some point is going to have to get an angle, get the demon doggers, get the Gloomhound, pop the tyrant, and let those demons really go off. As long as Inuyasha is not in stealth, he's perfectly fine. He has a vanish come back up in 13 seconds though. So he's really gonna have to play the long game with the rogue. He might have to find a way to kind of go into poke at the rogue one way or another. Does get the poke. Demon bolts, that's exactly what he needs. Mortal Coil, as soon as the rogue closes the gap, trinket out of Inuyasha. Advo with a big defensive shield that's gonna be enough, but potentially Chum back to back on the rogue is still taking damage from these pets. Advo trying to make sure. And actually, this could be perfect go for Advo. Rogue does not have any outs anymore. He has Cloak of Shadows, but no more outs. Your damage is mixed. You don't have only physical or magical. Your damage, part of your pets are doing physical damage. So actually, this could be huge. If you can just go for full damage, Tyrant, the Rogue has nowhere to go. No meld, no nothing. I think he takes it. Shadowy Duel, you're not going to be able to avoid all these pets. Some of them, but they're still doing damage though. Some of them are still doing damage. Tyrant get confused, but besides that, big damage on the Advo. Having to go for a wall here. Get a shot by the Rogue. Cloak animation up. He's able to avoid these pets a little bit. He might just take it. He might just take it. Mortal Coil last second, trying to get Demon Doggers in with a stun. Oh, does he take it though? That is a question. Blind on the main pet. Gouge into one of the Doggers. The other Dogger tearing them apart. Is it going to be enough? Trying to go for many bandages? No, but the bite goes through. The Doggers found the bite in them. That was so close. That was wild and crazy. I don't even. Oh man. And Cobra gonna be up next versus Advo. Advo had to go through a hell of a match. That Rogue was a competitor and a half. Really making these guys sweat, really making them put in the work. Advo trying to get some damage back to Cobra, going in for the Warlock House, so he doesn't have any defenses though. So Cobra, all he needs to do is push enough advantage and pressure onto Advo, and eventually the Warlock, just because he doesn't have any cooldowns, will fall over. Cobra though, getting locked down back to back in CC. All the demons are turning into him. So Advo, maybe if he could just live long enough, some way, somehow, wall for Cobra, trying to make sure he can guarantee this win easily. One bolt, and that's it. Cobra walling us off just to guarantee that one kill. Kragar goes in for a full stunner onto Cobra as he goes in, boarding out, and Cobra actually switching over to a Diabolus as well. I saw that little pit lord there. Looked really, really good. Gotta be CC out of Kragar. Goes in for a Trinket Blaze-Storm. Nothing you can do. Tries to go in for a Ruination. Get himself a new demon. But at this point, like, all is just down, comes down to just a couple of executes. Yeah, nothing you can do. And now it's going to be down to Kragar as well as Redfield to try to see if they can fight through this mage squadron, dude. We got Tama and we got Triple Poly. Both of them are excellent mages. Loving that set. I was thinking of buying them myself, actually. I like the color. A lot of my friends don't like it, but I like the color scheme, like the yellow captain thing. Would have loved the blue, or like a dark purple, or like a just charcoal black. That would have been really cool too. Big damage to the Kragar, having to pop a defensive. may not be enough right now. The 41% dampening, making those healing, all the heals you do, even less effective than they could be. And he's just stuck, he's slowed, he can't go anywhere. Ports available for triple. He can't even get close enough to maybe potentially interrupt him. Does go for the stun, trinket, breath to follow. And he's just gonna go for a poly onto Kragar. Without a poly that lets him re-heal, it's gonna be a full stun. Nothing he could do. Lockdown, literally nothing he could do. That lockdown stun, breath, ring, stun. If you don't have a trinket, it's just over. And while stunned, you are treated as if you are frozen. So then mages get like shatter bonuses. If you weren't aware, that is a mechanic. It basically makes it so you're more likely to get crit on. It's just more painful. Everything hurts. Everything hurts. Redfield though, last one left as an enhancement shaman. He's got to find a way to get past this combo. Because this is what's going to be the deadliest part. May have to go for a trinket, does go for the trinket. May trinket on its own may not be enough. He does go for a wall, but he gets super low on health. And he's still slowed beyond belief. He can't go anywhere. Lasso, but he hasn't recovered his health at all. Triple poly, all he's got to do is put in some more pressure on the guy. As soon as the wall falls off, if you got a bit of shatter, a couple more lances, avoiding the portal or the totem completely, knocking Redfield out in the open. He's trying to see if he can reach me back down. As long as you don't get kicked, you'll be fine. Breath, ring, he's got no health, man. It's over. It's over. You see what I mean? Like, if you don't have a trinket, it's like the rogue-esque type of, like, perfect CC. It's a breath, ring, stun, full go. There's just nothing he could do. It's actually incredible. All right, let's get us a Sonomas. So, Plush and Кобры, yeah? Спасибо за игру. Сегодня все хорошо. Хорошо. И дуэли были класс. Класс. Okay. Here we go. Beautiful. So Kragar is done for the night. We gotta get the last one. No. One more. Plus one. How we doing? Need one. Lost Athen need one. Oh, Azrael, if you want to join Plush, that would be a way to do it. Put me in, coach. Okay, Plush, open up the group in LFG and look for Koopa, the rogue. Right? Look for Koopa, the rogue. You'll find him pretty easily. That's all you gotta do. Open up the group in LFG under Molten Core, and then you should be able to get Koopa. Koopa, letting you right now. They got a group right now. Molten Core, perfect spot for you. Do it really quickly. I see you. You just gotta join him really quickly. Koopa is the guy you're looking for. Insane. It was so good, man. Thank God the nerf Frost Mages. Yeah, the nerf. Apparently somebody in chat said they're doing something more with Frost Mages on PTR. I gotta take a look at that. I gotta take a look at it when I get a moment. It's just those. Have you seen the amount of changes happening in 11.05? Dude, Dark Ranger is becoming like a real hero spec. It's so cool what they're done with it. Like this whole Banshee thing and with wings. I don't know if you want to see spoilers, but we have a video of it, or like a little clip. Actually, I guess I do have a video of it from this morning, but then also a clip on Discord too, so you could check out either one of us. Got someone? I do. Inv. Don't get an invite. Or did you get him in? Okay, you got him. You got them. They in. Okay, cool. Sec Rogue AFK. Okay, we'll give Cobra a second because his Rogue is AFK, but we'll give him a second. He may need a +1, so we'll have you guys on standby. Okay, good over. Okay, he's ready apparently. Oh man. Alrighty. This is probably gonna be the last one for the night because I am getting hungry myself, but we'll see. Maybe after this one we'll be like, you know what? Not satisfying enough. I want more. You know what I mean? But letting you guys know right now. Pretty good chance I'll be popping off for the night with this one. I got too much to do. A lot of videos to work on. Like way too many. Exciting moments. Exciting stuff. Did we already get to see the Ascetica spells? Yes, you can. So there's on a let me see if I can put it up real quickly, because there's like a whole clip of what it looks like with the Dark Ranger. It's not crazy, so just telling you right now, it's not a crazy amount of changes they've done for it. It's like a slight addition, but it's one that I appreciate a lot. I'll see if I can pull it up real quickly. You'll see a difference. You'll see a difference in this kind of Dark Ranger look. So oh, we got my GM talking in the background because we're talking about raid stuff. Here we go. So this is what it looks like. When you press 2 shot, Or after 4 Bestial Wraths as a BM, you get these like Sylvanas wings. So that's what that looks like. And you get big Black Arrow. Black Arrow basically becomes a new kill shot, and there's more ways to use kill shot outside of rotation. Like you just get to use it regularly. It is wild how good it is, and it's fun. It's basically like a button lights up, press it for big damage. It's awesome. Jealous of MMBM. Dark Ranger looks so much better. I know. Sentinel could have been so cool too. I guess you have a bird, right? So I guess it's like, no, actually, hold on. Survival may not play Sentinel. We'll see. But like butchery and all those other abilities they're working with might be interesting. It's not as cool, but like, yeah, definitely could have been more. What am I sending you guys to? What am I? Black Hold. What haven't we done as an arena? A grand? We'll send another one to grand. Last one to a grand. Just to get ourselves the best arena possibly. That is not the mix I was meant to listen to, but I mean, it's all NCS, so I guess it's fine. But yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. So they're doing some more stuff. I gotta take a look at Shaman. Oh, Shaman Ascendance, I guess they got a new form for Ascendance. I'll have a whole video on Hunter, I think probably tomorrow. No, not tomorrow, the day after. But like, I'll have videos showing off all the new stuff. So don't worry about it. Your boy Dal has got you. Your boy Dal has got you. No worries. Oh, gee. You know? Okay, here we go. Switch. Alrighty. Ascendance is great. Some people don't like it. I think the gameplay elements for it are really, really good. But like visually, with the hair being up and whatever, somebody said they look like one of those like hair troll looking things or whatever. I can kind of see it, but everything is a work in progress for now. I'm dying. Trying to drink water and literally dying to it. What the hell is happening? All right, switch. That's the kind of ASMR you guys enjoy, right? Actually, this is gonna be a problem, isn't it? I don't want to be coughing on the mic the entire time. Rekvir gonna be first up versus ONYXIA. I try to make sure I get your name right every time, by the way. I'm trying my best. Rekvir taking a lot of damage in the opener, though. He's trying to see if he can cut him out. As ONYXIA putting on the offensive, putting on the pressure into more roots, more slows, quick blind, early blind out of the rogue. As he does have whole shadow blades and everything available right now, so he's fine. What's that for the mage? ONYXIA, I guess the question is, can he pull the pressure in and get the block out of Rekvir? Might be able to actually hold on. He's getting some damage, yeah, it is. Cloak of Shadows does trade though. That is interesting. That happened more than once right now, though. With a rogue going in for a Cloak of Shadows just to force the mage, like, well, I can't go counter-offensive. I can't throw breath at the guy to, like, peel him off of me. I guess I'll block. But it's, like, a very, very riskier trade than I thought, honestly. Because now ONYXIA does not have a trinket. And Rekvir, he's running the combo. He's running the build. So if ONYXIA is not careful, he could go down right now. Shadow Strike onto the image? Wait, if the image disappears, do you still get the tier set or the capstone bonus? He might. So one of the things about rogues, right, is you Shadow Strike, you mark a target, but if the target dies, you still get your capstone because the capstone plays off of that mark ability. But if it's on an image and it fades, does that count as dead? Missing the breath, that is super unfortunate. Rekvir trying to see if he can turn around with a poly. Kind of low on health, might be in a bad spot. Looking for a quick poly into an interrupt, might be in a bad spot. Looking for CC, he's trying to see if he can just send it. He goes in for a block, but does get the rogue encased in ice. This is where it would have been a perfect opportunity for him to make some damage happen, but had to play super defensive, and missing that breath was brutal. Because that's what you needed. That's crucial as part of the combo. Quick kick, knocking the rogue into immediate stun. Has a blink to break out of it. Cheap shot right after. Has a bit of health. Secret technique, not helping it at all though. Ultra is available. Ray of Frost at the very least can maybe slow the rogue. Trying to see if he can break it. And I think for Rekvir, it's going to be lights as ONYXIA does take one quick, immediate first aid with Koopa charging in as an outlaw. Immediate gouge out of the rogue with a disarm though. So he's had a disarm this entire time just for rogues and Alistair apparently, huh? Koopa trying to see if he can get back over there. Are you a trickster or fatebound is the question. I think you guys are all tricksters, right? I think all of you are just trickster. Fatebound has double grapple, and that is incredibly good. Like, especially if you're chasing after the other guy. It is so good. Koopa trying to see if he can make the big killer spree work. That's a lot of damage on a spree with a Vantage Sheep Shot. Got himself a bit of damage. Yeah, he's playing the trickster, trying to see if he can make the plays work. I think there was an evasion there for a second out of Koopa. As long as he can just stay on top of ONYXIA, he might be okay. And ONYXIA cannot really deal with the sustained damage. He needs to build up for some kind of a go. Get a shot to Koopa. Is it going to be enough, though? You got to get yourself a go. You have a Vanish. He's going to go for a Vanish. Trying to see if he can maybe leave Koopa bleeding out a little bit. At least keeping him out of stealth as best as possible. As ONYXIA trying to get himself whatever resets he can. Koopa has eyes available on either side, as well as the Cloak of Shadows and advantage. First aid on ONYXIA. Oh no! Look at that recovery. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. Grapple's over, but a cheap shot meets him immediately. That was a hell of a cheap shot. I think it was just a resale cheap shot, if not a dance cheap shot, right? As it's gonna be Gouge. Koopa, you have like no health. Maybe Cloak goes in for advantage, trying to see whatever damage he can make happen. Evasion to follow. If you get stunned up, you might be in a really bad spot. It's going to be a Cloak of Shadows or Shadowy Duel and a Cloak of Shadows for ONYXIA. Is it enough? Disarm for disarm. You still have a pistol though. You have a pistol. You have a gun. He's got a hold. Hold. Kidney. I think it's over. Unless Koopa lives it somehow. Oh man. He brought a gun to a knife fight, but looks like ONYXIA is perfectly fine with that. Normally you lose when you bring a knife to a gunfight or a gun to a knife fight. Well, I guess if you look at it, he also brought swords versus the one that brought knives. To be fair. Man, that was so close though. It was so good. That's going to be Alistair dropping down a Death of Decay for a quick second. ONYXIA backing up out of there. He's going to need a little bit more before he walks at Alistair all by himself. He has an escape with advantage. Evasion to fight him head toe-to-toe for a little bit. Shadow Blades to make some damage happen. And a dampening that's slowly playing into his favor as we head into the 22% dampener. Rogues definitely do a little bit of healing in PvP. But I don't think he's Shadow Striking the pets to put a mark on them. I think he's Shadow Striking just for calm points now. Sap, Shadow Strike to get full kidney shot available. I guess maybe not enough for a full kidney. IBF immediately out of Alistair's stun onto ONYXIA. The Rogue is thinking right now whether you go in and do damage or you vanish. He goes in for an invasion, so it looks like he's going to commit. Alistair, with a quick disarm, doesn't necessarily need his weapon to play as Unholy. He got plenty of abilities, but that's a lot of eviscerate damage. That is just burning right through you. Quick AMS, but I don't know if that's going to be able to do much against the damage. ONYXIA getting super low vanish. He has a Cloak of Shadows back up, walking into Death of Decay. Seeing him walking into Death of Decay, he's like, you know what? I'm just going to see him. Shadowy Duel, try to avoid the pet as best as possible. Army joins in, but the Death Knight does get slain. Oh, man. He just decided, you know what? I'm gonna commit. Oh, look at that first aid. Look how good that is. Buy yourselves first aid. This thing is insane. This thing is really, really, really good. And plus, let him get a proper honorable duel. Sub versus sub. What is your mog? Oh, I guess the lack thereof, actually, isn't it? Not much of a mog there, is it? What to buy Outlaw Blades? Bro, they need to, right? You're shooting him with a little blunderbuss. You're shooting him with a little, like, old school piratey pistol. Do you know how much shrapnel those things would make? Like, some people died out in the sea, not because they got shot by a bullet, but because of the shrapnel. While you're out in sea, it gets infected and eventually die. I feel like you should give him poison damage on your bullets. I feel like to make it realistic as a pirate, you should literally give them poison damage on the bullets unless they have some oranges and then they can cure the scurvy or something. I don't, like, something. You could have done so much cool stuff with it. Above a cutlery? Exactly! Imagine just like load them up full of pennies, right? One of them is gonna get lodged in and make you bleed, right? That could be some internal bleeding, right? Some hemorrhaging. We've all seen Pirates of the Caribbean. We can get creative with that. Gouge into a kidney shot onto Plush as ONYXIA getting the opener. Sepsis, everything is available. Plush may be looking at a Cloak of Shadows. Definitely's gonna have to get a response. That is a ton of damage. He goes in for a blind. Vanish out of Plush. He thought he could maybe get a trinket out on ONYXIA. Into a disarm as Plush wants to have a go. Plush having to burn 2 vanishes on this one is not in a great spot. Cloak of Shadows and ONYXIA has a massive advantage. Plush still has the trinket though, so don't discount him outright. He still has a trinket, so you might be able to make a play, but he's not in a great spot. His health is very, very behind. ONYXIA picking up the eye. Kidney shot. It's a trinket, right? He knows he's going to trinket it. He's trying to bait that trinket. Cheap shot. Locks him down. I think it's over. Cheap death. Kidney shot reversal. I think it's still over. The trinket. ONYXIA just goes in for the kill with Young Jay. This man impressed me last time against these rogues. I don't know if he can pull it off again. I think ONYXIA knows exactly what kind of plays Young Jay is playing for. But if you hit him with a breath, full CC combo, wombo, it's just lights. It's just lights. So I want to see if he does it or if ONYXIA brings it back in. Give us Jack Sparrow outfit for a goblin, make bleed damage with bullets. You could totally do something cool with the bullets, right? Like load different types of bullets based on talents, right? Hey Blizz, if you want to get some new talents for Outlaw Rogue, but Chad got a couple ideas, man. Misclick, Vanishing Cloak. All good. Yeah. Honestly, that was a rough situation. He got the full opener, stun after stun, catch you super low. At that point, it's like, I don't blame anybody for panicking, man. That is a lot of damage. Young Jay getting stunned up. Trinket, breath. ONYXIA doesn't have a trinket. Cloak, I don't know how he didn't get frozen there. I don't know how he did not get frozen. I feel like that would have been perfect lockdown for Young. Young can still technically do that with a poly. He can't poly though. He's just getting pressured the entire time. He's still getting lots of damage to ONYXIA though. Either way, the rogue is kind of low. That's going to be Invis to get himself a bit of that damage reduction. ONYXIA super low. Vanish Mind need to come out. Cheat death. And he's perfectly fine just going cheat death here for a second. That's going to be some burn on him though. Putting him out in the open. Is that putting him in combat or just out in the open? Looks like just out in the open. Blizzard around the corner. And Young has himself a block in case he needs to. Blocked immediately. It's a vanish immediately out of the rogue. I think he wanted to see if he might be able to bait a breath out of him. Seeing that, oh, he might need to bust out of the ice block. Look at that block healing. Look versus that first aid healing. That first aid is nuts. Wow. Man. Or give a saber slash, a sinister, like a bleed from SOD. That too, right? Cut him up with a sinister strikes. That would be cool, right? That would work. Anything would work at this point. As ONYXIA get a hit with a full blizzard around the corner, Young plinking away at him from a distance, trying to maintain whatever damage he can without even seeing the rogue. Those blizzards are definitely doing work. He almost got cone of cold, but he was right behind the pillar, right behind the corner of the wall, not to get hit just yet. And that's going to be a blink out of Young, and ONYXIA not going off of the kidney shot. I feel like off of that blink, you probably go in with a kidney or a cheap shot. That's an opportunity. But he doesn't want to find out what's going to happen. I think he's waiting until he gets himself trinket with a cloak. And Young has himself one more block still. So it's going to be interesting to see. He got himself another first aid. Okay, dude, this first aid is doing a lot of work. Hold on. I want to see how much healing this guy's gotten. Because he's gotten how many first aids now? I think a first aid per competitor. Twice against Young so far. I didn't realize first aid was going to be this good. Shadow Strike and pass it. The blizzard into a cheap shot. Young with immediate blind as soon as he blinks away. ONYXIA has him read like a book. That's blind is perfect. Young having to go for a trinket. Back-to-back cheap shots. It's going to be ultra super low in health. Does recover a bit of health. ONYXIA still has a trinket, so even if you go for a proper go, I don't know if it's going to work well. He got himself shadowy duel. Doesn't get CC'd. He can trinket cloak. Does he go for it? He trinkets a super late with a cloak. As Young having to go for a block. Okay, he waits until Young commits the cooldowns and then he cloaks it. Just to make sure that he doesn't take any damage from it. He still has one more vanish too. Poly vanishes out that immediately. Young, I don't know if he's got anything left. Man, that's another kidney. I think he actually has you exactly what he wants. Yeah, this rogue just out here playing his flute, slamming names, eating health bars up. He's got 33 million healing. Majority of it, I imagine, is through the first aid though. Rogues have how much health? Between like 6, 7, or 8 million health, maybe at most, right? And it's got 33 million healing. So how many times did he heal through his entire health bar with just first aid? That's kind of nuts. Kind of nuts. Alrighty, boys. And this is where I think I have to call it. I want to do one other one, but I'm at a point where it feels like my stomach is eating itself. And if I continue on right now, I'm just going to put myself in a very unhealthy situation. And then I've been feeling very extremely healthy recently. Like going to bed early, waking up super early, super hyper productive. And I kind of want to keep that train going. So we're going to call it for now. Save more duels for next week. Next week is season 1. Get your caps, get your conquests out of the way. Get all that stuff early so you can walk in here and join up for some duels, boys. It'll be really fun. Very fun. I'm hoping we'll see even more class changes with like little tuning next week. like mages maybe, or rogues or something, right? It's like nobody likes getting 100 and zeroed. I wonder if they'll do anything like that though, right? The game is tuned for 3v3s instead of 1v1s, but I still wonder if we'll see any kind of changes like that over the next few days. But we'll find out. But it's so funny that Rogue is meant to be terrible, and here we go again for Rogues. Lord, you were there all beta. We streamed the entire beta. You saw how bad Rogues were. Like, Rogues were down bad, and then they got a bunch of buffs like last minute. Here we are. But Rogues, dude, it wasn't like people weren't trying to play Rogues. They were doing it all entire beta, and the class was getting like 0 changes. It was bugged. A lot of abilities weren't working, and last minute they got them working, and they buffed us by like 20% each spec. Some even more than that. It's crazy. Spasiba za boy. Spasiba. There was the 3-tier set. The 3 set I'll farm like crazy. Warrior Paladin. The tier 2 sets. And DK. Rugged DK. Druid, man. I think you have to add Druid on the list. Druid looks really good. Death Knight. Yeah, Death Knight definitely got to be in there. Druid, man. Druid looks really good. At least I think so. Shaman set looks better in person. Mage set looks better in person. Monk set is also really good. How's MM holding? They're actually kind of okay-ish now, but the I got a video on some of the changes coming in the future. Right now they're fine, but they're going to be very flavorful in the next build. It's looking very exciting. So it's one of those things like it's worth investing into. It's like stocks, invest now, right? Invest now while low, but then stocks are going to be high. But just wait until 1105 20th anniversary and Marksman as Dark Ranger in particular. I know, like Dark Ranger, the flavorless build, you're going to be literally the Banshee. They're changing it a lot. It's really good. I like it. 100 mains that I know also like it. I cannot wait to make that video, man. Druid has a tier 6 remade with 3 spirits popping. Oh, okay. Oh, like the shoulders and the helm. Is a Torrent set by definition the tier 2 Druid suit more an elf? I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree. That being said, I just think they really like put a lot of effort into that one specifically, right? Like just if you look at it on PTR, like the details of it, I think it's excellent. Just it's one of those sets that I was like really impressed by. Another one that's really good is the Hunter. Like very, very good. Like I know the color scheme is like all really wacky and really colorful, but like it's a solid like recreation and it's very high quality. High quality. Like these sets look really like they put a lot of effort into them. Hunter changes sound great, but hopefully we turn it into a full Banshee and be a cinematic. Not just like really bad wings. There's still plenty of time for them to like change the visuals. I don't think you're gonna be a full Banshee, but I do wonder if they could use like the maw as kind of like shadowy animation to almost give it like a shadow form, but like almost like a maw form where you can't really like where you're like from the it's like a gradient from the top. You kind of like a Banshee with red glowing eyes, grayscale, all these shadowy things kind of erupting off of your wings, and like as you head further down to your feet, it gets almost like it's a gradient from like gray to almost translucent, so you don't really see your feet walking. They've already done stuff like that for like the night phase things, where like you start blue and then as you go towards the feet, it's like starts to disappear. I feel like they could do that for them easily, almost like a shadow form whenever you get that proc. Like it would just take a little bit more time and really add that maw-esque Banshee inspired, because they literally have Sylvanas turned into a Banshee in Sepulchre? No, Sepulchre. SOD. I don't remember what the actual name. Sanctum of Domination. It's Shadowlands Raid. It's whatever. But yeah, it's still a work in progress though. But what they got so far, it's still really, really cool. Not only like at least visually distinct, but also the gameplay is massive. I mean, you gotta give them credit, right? Like if that's what we got, I would be still very, very happy. I definitely would give them some ideas. It would be really, really cool to see, like to literally become a Banshee, but we'll see, right? The wings and the gameplay looks amazing though. Like it's a big improvement compared to the original. It's so good. But with that, Mikey, weird that there's no Ferals are kind of broken. Yeah, we'll see some tomorrow, I'm pretty sure, Mikey. We'll see some tomorrow. If we, I don't even, probably. We had a Feral last week and it was really popping off. It was doing really good. I never realized how good Feral was up until that guy came in and he's like, yo, it's as good as Shadowlands. And it was like, that puts it in perspective. But with that, boys, thank you all. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining and watching. I very, very much appreciate you guys hanging out with me. We'll be doing more of these tomorrow over for the region of NA, and we'll be doing these every week, Friday, for both EU and NA. EU is Friday, so tell your friends if you want to join us. Come back on Friday. Watch Kragar, join, watch his stream, because he'll be there making groups. If you are having a hard time joining groups on this stream, this time we had 3 groups, constantly rotating people, almost full, constantly, so it was really, really cool. If you're struggling finding groups, see if you can maybe join in with Kragar. He tries to rotate it with him, with his team, as efficiently as possible. They did a black arrow tick. The black arrow animation, by the way, that arrow, they got it working out a little. Like, it's just right now, it's like a little, it's just a dart, like a little shadowy dart, but you don't really see it. So that gotta probably get a little bit more work. The longer the fights, the more shadowy you get. So it works a little differently. For Beast Mastery Hunter, it works off of Bestial Wrath, and after 4 Bestial Wraths, you activate the Banshee form. For Marksman, it's like based off of True Shot. So when you press True Shot, you get those Banshee wings or whatever. So maybe for Beast Mastery they could do that if they add the form, right? But I do think maybe it'd be cool, like if, say, like you had some shadowy energies around you, like as a passive or something, right? Something like that, man. You know what I mean? Something that makes you Banshee-esque or Dark Ranger-esque. Like, just like, almost like artifact weapon things, right? They used to do like little cool, unique things like Frost Death Knights. When you stand still long enough, you would create like a layer of ice under you, and if you move, it shatters. Or like a Rested Druid, when you stand still, because you have the branch Ganir, which is like World Soul Tree or World Tree. Like, eventually you just grow flowers around under you. Like, it just naturally grows because you're literally running with a branch Ganir. So something like that, right? With Survival got Dark Ranger. I feel like Survival with Dark Ranger would have been awesome. But you guys, the Sentinel and what's it called, the Pack Leader, they're both fine hero specs, but in terms of like flavor, yeah, I think it's going to be one of those like rat races where every time a class or a hero spec gets new stuff, it's probably going to look dope. Like Dark Ranger got some new stuff, like a rework, they're looking dope. Now the other ones look kind of lame in comparison, but they are doing some changes to the at least to make the Pack Leader a little bit better for Survival with some changes. It's like rotational gameplay things, nothing super crazy, but hopefully it'll be good. Hopefully it just won't be, just all Sentinel. Boomy changes are cooking. I haven't got to take a look at them closely. It's just too many changes. I still got to take a look at them though. But I saw it's a big set of like lists, and I heard the Boomies are like, whoa, nice. Pallies too, I heard they were like, whoa, nice. So it's like based on like what my friends say. I saw that, yeah. I saw that Starfall is 30% faster with that circle, life and death. I saw that part, yeah. That seems really strong. Like, I'm assuming, right? Because I think it's like having Starfall blink more often. That's probably really good. Is it like just it happens? I guess it just like it occurs quicker, so it's like a burstier version. But I imagine like if you could overlap a bunch of them, it's just like really quick damage, right? I'm assuming. I need to mess around with it, but there's like there's a lot. There's a lot, and Boomkit is one of those specs that I was like, not the first time I was like, oh, this is probably going to be really good, but it's actually not good. So there's some talents that I was thought, oh, this might be good, and then it doesn't even get used. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I assumed. I understand like Boomkit is one of the specs that's not the most complicated on paper, but like there's a little bit of depth to it in terms of how you play it though. And it's one of those things that I feel like I don't have a good pulse on, I don't have a good pulse on a Boomkit at all though. Other classes like Hunter, like if someone looks exciting, it usually is exciting. Mage, Warlock, Rogue, Warrior, Paladin. So far I feel like I've had a pretty good finger on the pulse with those classes. With Boomkit I don't really get it. Restoration, but it makes it faster, tick faster. Yeah, so it just occurs quicker. Yeah, it's just burstier. Moonfire, Sunfire don't get a reduced debuff time. Or it makes it faster. Moonfire and Sunfire don't get reduced debuff time. They just tick faster, right? I think it reduces the duration, but it makes it tick faster. Okay, so it maybe just more ticks in that same amount of time. So it's just a buff anyway. Got it. It's like a artificial haste. I'll need to take a close look at it and like try it, and I'll see what what a buddy of mine says. Yeah, 45% faster for the 2 talent. Oh, it's a 2 talent, so you got to invest quite a few points. Normally I think it's a 1 point, right? Circle of life and death. But if it's a 2 talents, dots tick 45% more frequently. That's probably pretty good. Like in PvP in particular. Like I'm thinking like a Boomkin playing a dot heavy build or like a sustained dot build. Because like they'll always play around with Boomkin dots and like amplifying those dots. But that could be something. They should have started the PvP season today or tomorrow. Today or tomorrow so it doesn't cross swords with the raid release. Yeah, maybe. That is something maybe they should consider, like having PvP and PvE seasons start at different times. Because there's a lot of people that want to PvP and PvE this expansion. Yeah. But they're just doing what they normally do. I feel you on that one though. As long as also it doesn't take as long to get ready for arenas as for raids. True. True. But first week, at least it's going to start out with a heroic week and then a mythic week. So first week is if you PvE gearing, do delves, get your heroic raids and mythic zeros done. And like that's like your cap. And then once you cap on those, you can just play arenas the entire time once you get PvE gear. And then the mythic starts and then it's mythic plus grind or whatever, right? So you'll have a first week of PvP where you can do a lot of PvP grinding. And then next week is going to be a big PvE grind or whatever. Yeah, right, as a PvPer, just do nothing. I'm playing a lot. I'm getting a lot of honor. I'm prepping my character with those gems. I'm gearing my ults. I'm leveling characters. So like for the first 2 weeks, it's just a leveling week for both PvE and PvP players. It's just a leveling week or 2 weeks. And I think it's going to be good. I think it's healthy for them to do like 2 weeks. Like I think in Dragonflight, they were like 1 week and then we just immediately started seasonal stuff. And it was like really quick. Everything just happened like back to back to back. But right now, everybody had like a moment to level, see the story, you know, get the professions figured out. You're ready for the seasonal stuff. You got some best of slot gear for heroics. Like it's really nice to like have like, okay, now I'm set. I'm ready for the real thing. And then they're gonna start with the heroics. So you get the caps out of the way. It's not gonna be like super heavy. And then you'll get into the mythic grind and you're good. But we'll see. We'll see. Tomorrow, duels though. I'm gonna stop yapping. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tomorrow, more duels. As I said, I'm gonna go get something to eat, get some more work done, get a lot of work done, and hopefully try to turn in the bed earlier than yesterday. You guys have a good one. I'll catch up with you next time. Peace.